evening, one of the biggest evenings in wrestling I can ever remember. This is the start of a brand new promotion. This is the start of something very exciting. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to know where to start. I can tell you it was a bit of a nightmare setting the stream up. Obviously, we've got 2 screens set up as well. So there's just so much going on. As we said, hard to know where to start. Lots of rumours doing the rounds as well. Of course, we know that we're getting Chris Jericho tonight and 2 mystery partners. He is going to be going up against the Young Bucks. And he is also going up against Kenny Omega, I believe. I've got a list here of all the matches that we're going to see from AEW this evening. It looks like it isn't Mystery Partners anymore. I thought it was Mystery Partners. Looks like they have actually announced that now. So looks like it is going to be... Why have they announced that? I don't understand. Last I heard, it was still Mystery Partners. So it looks like we're getting Chris Jericho and LAX versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. I wonder if they have announced that so that people don't speculate a little bit too much. Yeah, I hadn't heard it was LAX. This is literally you are watching me react to finding out about that news. Because I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up with AEW, like the latest news. We've watched all the previous shows, but I haven't been keeping up to date with all of the latest news. I want to just watch the show. I don't want to get caught up in all of the, is this going to happen? Is that not going to happen? We can do that here and now, but I knew that we wasn't going to do that in the build-up to the show. I'm not expecting CM Punk. I think we might get Jake Hager, a.k.a. Jack Swagger. I think that's a very real prospect. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that LAX has been announced. Wednesday Night Wars. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Harold Finch. Hope you're well. Let's go back and have a look at what else we should have in store from AEW. We've got Hangman Page versus Pac. That's obviously a big match. We were meant to get that match at Double or Nothing. But we didn't get it because of Pac leaving AEW. So we're actually going to get that match tonight. I can see the graphic here saying first ever TV live event. Yeah, pretty cool. Are you watching NXT? I'm going to be watching both. I'm going to be watching NXT and AEW. I can see Chalmers saying Orange Cassidy. I don't think he's been announced. Let's go up and see what else we've got in store. We've got MJF in action, taking on Brandon Cutler, which should be a fine match. Having a look, we're obviously going to crown, this is going to be a big deal. We're going to crown the AEW first ever women's champion. We've got Riho taking on Nyla Rose. Not a big fan of the belt, if I'm being honest. I'm not a big fan of either Riho or Nyla Rose either. I've seen them a few times now. And honestly, I'm amazed that it wasn't Britt Baker that was in this position. I feel like Nyla Rose is a perfectly fine choice, but she's lost more matches than she's won. I think she's lost 2, won 1. And so she's not really coming into this with any momentum. Riho is obviously the tag partner of Kenny Omega whenever he has to work intergender matches, like mixed tag matches. He tags with Riho. So maybe for that reason, she's going to get the push here. Maybe for that reason, she's going to get the nod. So I'm going to say that Riho's going to pick up the victory there. Jon Moxley is appearing tonight. We don't think he's in action, but he should be appearing. And then Cody versus Sammy Guevara, whatever. He is, that's also going to be a match tonight. So, some big matches from AEW. A lot of stuff to look forward to. I can tell you that I have bought the Fight Pass, so I can't see any reason why we should experience any trouble this evening with AEW. I wasn't a fan of what they did in regards to, they came out and said that you could watch it on ITV. You might remember Cody gloating that their UK TV deal, was better than WWE's. And that's not looking quite so true anymore. They're on ITV4, which is a free channel. Most households have got that. So certainly the potential is there for more people to watch AEW. but people just don't tend to watch ITV4. They're going to have to really be flicking, or they're going to want to specifically, go to that channel to watch it. It's not the kind of channel that you would put on of an evening anyway. So it's not the greatest channel, but I suppose it is still better than nothing at all, because with WWE, the only way you can watch it in the UK is on the WWE network, and you've got to wait 24 hours later to be able to watch it. So I can tell you that I've got lots of devices trying to get NXT. It's been a bit of a problem each week. So I will say AEW with this app have for me done a better job than WWE in the UK, which is a shame. Really, you'd expect WWE to do more and be better, but not in the UK. But yeah, just a bit of a shame that AEW kind of teased that it was going to be free and it was going to be live in the UK, and then it's not. You've got to buy this app, and then it goes on to the free TV a day later. So it is what it is. Shout out to KJ. Where can I watch AEW? I think it's the same as me. You've got to go to Fight TV. You can then buy a month pass for $4.99, which is okay. For $9.99, you get the WWE Network. You're getting NXT, NXT UK. You're getting pay-per-views. That's real good value. $4.99, you're only getting the weekly shows from AEW. So price-wise, it's hard to argue with it. $4.99 isn't bad, but yeah, I'm disappointed in both companies. If this is a war, both companies have let me down. I'm gonna make my own side. So yeah, I kind of feel a little let down by both of them. Tyler Does Gaming, thank you very much, my friend. Daisy, you doing a Halloween video? We'll be doing more Halloween stuff building up to it. I can't say I've got anything really specific in mind for Halloween. I don't even know what day it falls on. We might be streaming, so I might be sat here in a witch's hat for that stream or something. Of course, yes, we were talking about AEW, but we need to talk about WWE and NXT, because of course we've got a NXT championship match, or at least I think we do. One was advertised, but the problem is that Adam Cole is injured. He's actually hurt his arm. So I've been waiting all week for them to call that match off. They haven't. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So we're going to have to wait and see if that match still goes ahead. Ramblin' Rabbit is deaded. I think he'll come back to life. Dave, should I draw Kenny Omega or Walter? Do Walter. Did you get my email? I don't know is the answer. I haven't checked emails today, so maybe. I will have a look tomorrow for you. Days, which one are you watching? I am doing both, Daniel. I am sat here doing both. Now, I got to tell you, this is going to be a nightmare for me. We were a little bit late setting up the stream. Well, not setting it up, but getting it live, because obviously there's more to set up now. I'm really a little bit worried about this, if I'm being honest, because I'm streaming on this device. I've got USA Network coming in on my phone. I've got a second laptop that's showing me AEW. I managed to find my old phone so that if something goes wrong with something, I've got another device that I can use right here. So I've literally got 4 devices. And if I could find a way, I'd even have my TV on the go. So my TV is off. What we normally watch stuff on is turned off at the moment. I've got a laptop, a phone, and yeah, there's a lot going on. So I'm a little bit worried that this whole thing's just going to end in glorious failure. But if it does, at least you'll be here to view it. Logan McCall, shout out to you. Adam Cole match is happening. It was on Instagram. Okay, cool. I was waiting for them to call it off. Thankfully, they haven't, so maybe he has recovered. That should be a great match between him and Matt Riddle. I've got to tell you as well, it's going to be a little bit tricky to do polls this evening, so I think we're not going to do any as simple as that. We're still going to do Wheel of Funds. You're not going to be cheated out of Wheel of Funds, but there's no way we can get polls done, because as you can see, I've got currently on NXT down here and currently on AEW down here. So right now, we are set up for both shows. As soon as we're live, I'll have information on as to what's happening on both shows. And yeah, it's going to be insane. It is going to be insane. I'm going to have to try and watch both shows commentate on the big things that's happening on both shows. Obviously, I'll focus on one more than the other depending on what matches are on. I mean, when it comes to championship matches, I'm definitely going to be looking to prioritize those. And I'm excited. This is a very interesting war that we've got right here. So hopefully it works well. Days the champ is here. Hello, Christopher Rogers. Days, I'm changing my WWE. Guess what it is? It's the Masters of Wrestling, Matthew Days. It's a pay of respect to you because you've helped me through anxiety. Okay, very cool, dude. Thank you very much. Wait, did AEW get an app? Kind of. If you go to Fight TV, now Fight TV is an app that shows a lot of independent wrestling. They show a lot of MMA and things like that. So it's a fight. I mean, it's called Fight, F-I-T-E, and it's literally just all fighting, wrestling, MMA, boxing, loads of different fighting matches and things. And AEW have got a little kind of thing on there where you press the button, and for $4.99 you can watch the AEW shows for free each month. I say for free, I mean it's $4.99, but you can watch them each month then. Each week and each month, $4.99 a month. So I've gone for that. I've got a little countdown clock saying we're about 42 minutes away. Tall Paul Gaming's channel, I'm all in on AEW tonight. Yeah, well, let's see. I've got to be honest, I'm more of an NXT person myself, but I am I'm not an AEW hater. Sometimes I put stuff on Twitter and I don't want to come across like an AEW hater. There's just a couple of things they've done that's kind of hasn't sat right with me. I don't like the cheap shots that they take at WWE. I don't think it helps them. I don't think it's necessary. Yes, it gets people talking, but it also wears thin quite quick. And then also I don't like the fact that they kind of implied they were going to be live and free in the UK, and then they're not. At least WWE never came out and said that they were going to be. But now the dust has settled, I do have to say, it's a lot easier for me in the UK to watch AEW than it is NXT, and that is something WWE have simply got to fix. Simply got to fix. Wrestling Days, wrestling wins the Wednesday Night Wars. You're absolutely right, my friend. You're absolutely right. Wrestling does win. I mean, look, I'm a big fan of Kenny Omega. I was obviously watching him like you were in New Japan. Love the Young Bucks. I've seen loads of Being the Elite. So I don't watch it every single week. I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and make out that I'm like, got the Elite tattooed on my body. I don't, right? But I appreciate good wrestling, and AEW is good wrestling. There's no two ways about it. NXT is good wrestling, and that's what we're going to be treated to. This war, the Wednesday Night War, there's going to be a lot made about the ratings. I'll tell you now, if AEW doesn't win the ratings tonight, then there's a big problem. There's a big problem. Because if you can't win the ratings on your first night, your debut night, well, how are you going to improve it, I would expect more people to give AEW a try tonight. So I fully expect them to win. Logan McCall, what is your thought on Nyla Rose being transgender? I don't mind it. It's got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with any fans. That is her life, her journey. I would say it's borderline irrelevant, but it's not, is it? It's not irrelevant because she is now a real kind of poster person for transgender and, LBGT rights and things like that. And, that stuff's important because there's a whole community there that just is underserved when it comes to wrestling. You don't see, I think she's like the first transgender person in wrestling. I think she's the first transgender person in a major promotion. I think I'm correct in that. So it's important. So that's my feeling on it, is that it's, I would say overdue, but I don't know if there's been transgender people that have wanted to be wrestlers before, so I can't say it's overdue because I don't know. But I think it's important. I think it's very cool, but I don't think it's a reason why she should win the title tonight. And actually, I don't think she will. I think it'll go to Riho, because Riho, as we said, is the tag partner of Kenny Omega whenever he does his mixed kind of tag matches, you know. How do you think NXT will combat AEW? That's a really good question from James, the Coaster Boss. Hello, Cal W, by the way. How do I think NXT will... Well, I think NXT has got one problem, okay? One problem. And you might disagree with me on this, but I think NXT has got one problem, and it's I think only one problem that I think they need to sort this. You might disagree, okay? I'm really interested to know if you agree or disagree. But I think NXT have got one problem. I think the wrestling is out of this world. I think the roster is very strong. I think the promos, the production. I even think Full Sail is great. Full Sail was bouncing last week and the week before. Full Sail is like, do you know what I mean? They are giving it both barrels. They are really going for it. And as Triple H said, he doesn't want to move it because that crowd have built NXT. That crowd are as much a part of NXT as the wrestlers. Like, if you took it out of Full Sail, it might lose a bit of the magic. You can't put it in an arena. It'll lose its magic. You can't put it in an arena. And I can tell you from NXT UK that moving around from venue to venue doesn't look great. That would be my criticism, actually, of NXT UK. They go around the country, which is cool. I don't mind them doing it once in a while. But they go around the country doing these TV tapings. And I gotta be honest, some venues just don't look great. I was in Birmingham, okay? And Birmingham was an exhibition hall. We were actually in an exhibition hall, the kind of place you would go for a Comic Con where they have loads of stalls. And what they did was they set up the ring, they put like seats around like two sides. The hard cam side had next to no seats on it. So the side where the hard cam was did have seats, but not as many as the other sides. And sitting there, it felt a little bit weird, like you're in this... I felt like you was in like an aircraft hangar, you know? And I was sitting there thinking, I have got no idea how this is going to look on TV. And actually, it looked all right. I got to be honest, when I watched it, it looked all right. But I just think that they miss having a Full Sail here in the UK, like a home, a mecca, somewhere that fans can go to. And do you know what I mean? This is it. This is the promised land. They've got that at Full Sail. So, anyway, cut a long story short, the big problem NXT have got, they don't have a big name. Simple as that, they don't have a big name. If you look over at AEW, they've got Chris Jericho, maybe Cody Rhodes. I mean, the Rhodes name will resonate with older fans, but they don't have a Chris Jericho over on NXT. Now, you can say they don't need it. Fine, yeah. I'm not saying that they need Chris Jericho to make the matches better, but the casual fans, yeah? Not you lot that are here right now. Not you lot that are here. You lot are hardcore fans, yeah? You're here because you love wrestling. I'm talking about the people that are like, right, what shall we watch tonight? That haven't planned what they're watching. Okay, well, we could watch... There's wrestling on both channels here. Which one do we go for? Yeah, and you look at the names. Johnny Gargano. No, don't know. Matt Riddle. No. Shayna Baszler. No, who's the other side got? Kenny Omega. I think I've heard Kenny Omega. Young Bucks. Jericho. I've heard of Jericho. Bang. AEW. Let's watch a bit of Chris Jericho. I used to love that guy during the Attitude Era. There you go. There is NXT's problem. They don't have a Chris Jericho. Now, you could say they have a Triple H, but Triple H never gets advertised. It's not like Triple H is having a match in NXT, and actually, maybe he should. Maybe he should. Maybe that would really help. Triple H and all of his star power having, you know, a one-off match down in NXT, putting over a talent. Come on. You tell me that you're not going to get some casual fans tuning in for that. You will. And that, for me, is NXT's big problem, and that's what they need to sort. Days, I wouldn't have a problem putting up the polls. I just need more people to follow me on Twitter. Well, that's up to you, buddy. I've got no problem. If you want to put polls up on your own Twitter, then you can do that. So if you want to let people know, I'll fully support that. And any results I'll change on the channel and everything. So looks like Evan Harris, the person that does our live stream polls, is quite happy to run the polls on his own Twitter account, which is amazing. It's not something that I'm requesting. If you want to do that, though, bud, I will support it. I disagree, Days. They pulled 1 million for 2 weeks. Now, that's amazing for them. Hey, true. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm talking right now where your casual fans have now got a choice on the same night where they've now got... Okay, so you had no competition. You pulled in 1 million. What are you going to do when AEW starts? AEW starts in 30-odd minutes. What do you do then? Because in 30-odd minutes, you're not getting 1 million again. Because X amount of that is going to go to AEW. This is a war. There might only be 1 million people interested in wrestling on a Wednesday night. Now, AEW will bring some people in. I don't want to speculate on the ratings, but this is a war. They've got Jericho. What has NXT got? I think they need something to bring in the casuals. Logan McCall, do you think NXT needs more veterans? I don't want loads. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying, right, we need Daniel Bryan, we need Kevin Owens, we need Triple H to wrestle, we need Shawn Michaels, we need Undertaker. I'm not saying that. One name. I'm asking for one name. And it can be a different name each week. Like a guest spot. Who's the guest this week? I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I really, really feel like they've got Jericho and NXT has nothing to compete with that. Now, without competition, absolutely right. They pulled in 1 million, right? Brilliant. Lovely. But you got to remember, Raw pulls in 2-point-something million. So do you look at it as without competition, NXT just pulled in half the amount of Raw? Or do you look at it as, wow, 1 million? That's a really strong number. It is a really strong number, but that's without competition. So, look, we're just chatting. We're chatting some wrestling talk, some good old wrestling talk. That is my gut feeling. My gut feeling is that they need someone. But let's see. I mean, look, we're going to find out. We're not too far away, and we'll get some answers coming up very, very soon. Surely NXT will win the ratings when the draft happens. Days, do you email people back? I do if they ask me a question. I try to. But to be honest, I try to keep the email just for people that have won Wheel of Funds, or if any businesses want to get in touch with me or anything like that. It's not somewhere where I have conversations with people. I've got Twitter for that. And obviously here, this is probably the best platform to have conversations. Days, who are you looking forward to seeing the most on AEW? Orange Cassidy. I'm a big fan of Orange Cassidy. Don't think he's on the show tonight. For me, the big match tonight, it's going to be the first ever women's champion crowned. It might not be the most exciting, like 2 women in the world. Nyla Rose and Riho are 2 women that I wasn't familiar with until AEW started. So, they don't really have the names, but it's such an important match that's I would say out of everything, that's the match for me. I can't see Matt Riddle winning the title tonight. I think Adam Cole will. Well, I don't know. If Adam Cole is injured, maybe they do take the title off him. I don't know. Maybe I've just changed my mind on that. Logan McCall, good old wrestling. Good old wrestling. In a good old country boy accent. Matt Riddle needs to put shoes on. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, actually. I think he does as well. I think that is an obvious weakness, because you can stamp on his feet. You could easily, break his toes. Rusev was barefoot for a short time on the main roster. He soon found out that wasn't a good idea. Nice. Do you like Private Party? I really like Private Party. I think they've been a real breath of fresh air. Apparently they were brought in and they weren't signed to a contract. They did so well in their match that they got signed there and then. So, AEW's women's division sucks. I agree with that. I think that AEW have got the better tag division. NXT has got the better women's division. And then for me, it comes down to, what do you prefer? Which men's division do you prefer? Do you prefer Jericho, Omega, MJF, Cody, Orange Cassidy? Or do you prefer Johnny Gargano, Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, Adam Cole, baby? That's the choice you've got to make. For me, I think NXT is got better men's division. I think actually, if you take Johnny Gargano out of the equation, then I'm not so sure. Actually, then I'm really not sure. I think Johnny Gargano is huge for NXT. I mean, just for the hype that he creates from his Dave Meltzer 5-star matches, I think he's had more 5-star matches than anyone in WWE history. So important. You cannot take Johnny Gargano out of NXT. And I think they know that, which is why he said that NXT was his home and he was staying there, you know? It's because even though Triple H thinks it's an amazing brand, still thinks it's a developmental brand. Days, have you ever tried peanut butter pizza? No. Who starts the show with wrestling first? I don't know. I did read that it might be Adam Cole and Matt Riddle that start NXT so that people tune into NXT over AEW, but honestly, I'm not sure. Do we get to choose on your channel? Sadly, no way of choosing, is there? I mean, I'm gonna be watching it both. I'll be talking about what's happening on both. Are you watching the NXT pre-show? No. I mean, I've got USA Network on. There's no way of me getting on a WWE Network, or unless it's on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, I might be able to watch it on the TV, but to be honest, who cares? Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle is opening the show. I thought so. I had heard something about that. Hey, Days, they should put the biggest name in WWE history on NXT. Hornswoggle. Yes. Days, there's an NXT pre-show on the network. Cool. Days, it's kickoff show. No Twitter. Yeah, I mean, I would be watching it, but, well, I mean, we've got 26 minutes. If it's on YouTube, if it's on the network got taken off of Samsung TVs. TVs? What the hell's a TVs? TV. You'll learn this about me. I can't multitask, which it doesn't bode well for later. Let's go to YouTube. They used to have WWE on Samsung TVs, but they took it off when the update happened. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. Right, let's go WWE. Shout out to Peter Christ. Hope you're well. I'm just having a look, see if there is anything like there is pre-show. Boom. There's only 4,000 people watching. Okay. This is game-changing. Okay, there we go. Wow, I have literally got... There is no other devices I can think of I could have right now. I've got my phone showing USA, my laptop with Fight, my TV with YouTube. I'm streaming on this laptop as well. I've got a camera set up right there. Earlier today, look, we're just watching Undisputed Era with all of the gold turning up. It's a nice background, isn't it? They're outside of Full Sail. Is that Dio? No, that's Wally. Okay, so they got Wally there. Cool. How can I watch AEW in the UK? You need Fight TV app. Days, I was bored last night. Oh, wow. Look, I've got to tell you. I got to tell you this, right? Couple of things. First of all, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. We're here all throughout whatever is about to unfold, okay? We're going to talk about it. If you've not joined us before, this is such a great community. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see it for yourself, okay? You will see for yourself. We have only nothing but knowledgeable wrestling fans, yeah? And we have good wrestling conversation. We don't have any idiots. It's all good stuff. It's all above board. It's a great community, right? So we're going to go through whatever happens, whatever's about to happen in the next 2.5 hours. I'm here for it, okay? The other thing is that I am also bored on a Tuesday, and I am so excited about NWA. I think C Wrestling, our good friend C Wrestling, was telling us about NWA Power, which is a brand new show that starts, and it's free to watch around the world on YouTube. Okay, so no one has to pay anything. It's free to watch on a Tuesday, and I gotta tell you, it looks amazing because they've made it look like an old wrestling show. And what I mean by that is it's in a TV studio, so it means that like 3 of the sides have got no crowd. You've just got crowd to the one side, ring in front, no crowd around the other sides. Tucked in the corner is the actual promo area, the interview area, the backdrop kind of thing. And like, there is no backstage. Everything is in this TV studio. The ring, the backstage area, the crowd. Yeah, it looks retro. It looks like you're watching a 1980s wrestling show, right? Obviously, the production is nowadays. NWA go all the way back. They've been around since before WWE. And I am so excited. The belts look amazing. They've got a great champion in Nick Aldis, who is married to Mickie James, as many of you will know. And I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. On Tuesday, next week, I am streaming NWA Power. So I'm looking forward to that. I would urge that you join us. Check it out. It's the first show. It is a taped show, so you can find spoilers out there. But honestly, I don't care. I'm not going to look at the spoilers. I just want to watch some old school wrestling. I just want to watch some old school wrestling. And Jim Cornette, not Hornet, Cornette is on commentary. I fly back from Italy on Saturday. I will be back for Raw. Hello, Anna Dawes. How are you doing? How are you? I hope you are well. Awesome. Well, I mean, I don't know if you're able to stay with us this evening, but this is quite an important evening in the history of wrestling. I honestly feel like at some point in my life, I will end up watching this stream back. I am quite conscious of that as I'm talking right now. The fact that future me will be watching this. So hello to future me. I hope life turned out well. So yeah, I just feel like this really is one of those big nights. It's got that big night feel. You got big matches. You got championship matches. We're going to have at least one surprise. We're going to have at least one surprise, I'm sure of it. I think it's going to be Jake Hager. I think it'll be Jack Swagger. I think he will make an entrance in AWE. AWE? What the? I'm just making up my own promotions now. AEW. But let's see what NXT have got as well. NWA Power greater than AEW Dynamite. Well, we don't know that yet. Days, how do we watch NWA Power? It's on YouTube. I think it's going to be on the NWA YouTube channel. Free. I think it's like an hour long each Tuesday. And it's free to watch. It's a taped show. I don't know how they're going to make money. That's the only thing. I mean, obviously Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins, who used to run Impact Wrestling, he is behind it all. It looks amazing. If I had a spare device, I would show you. I mean, I wonder if I haven't. I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe I can get it on this one. Maybe that won't disrupt too many things. So I really want to show you this. Can I just point out as well that I've got no affiliation to them. I am literally just a fan that is freaking out over something that I think's cool. IW90 says, I can't wait for AEW. I enjoy your streams. Thank you, my friend. You know I really appreciate that. You know it. Right, look, guys, I've got a picture of it right here. This is the NWA Power setup. Look at that. You can see the old school ring. Tommy Hawk says, what do you think will get more ratings, NXT or Dynamite? Well, it's got to be Dynamite because it's their first show. Tommy, first of all, thank you so much for the support, my friend. I really appreciate it. But it's got to be Dynamite. If AEW don't win the ratings tonight, it is a disaster. You have to win the ratings on your first night, right? This is a big, big night. For me, I don't care what the numbers are, right? Unless it's somewhat mega. Like if If AEW does 2 million tonight, game changer. Right? Game changer. Because that puts them up there with Raw. Right? I don't think they get to those levels. I think they will be happy with 1.5, 1, 2, something like that. I think they're looking to beat NXT. NXT got 1 million. Raw tends to get 2.2, something like that. 2 million, something like that. I think AEW starting off will be happy with a 1.3, 1.5. That's just a guess. I mean, I think if they're pushing a 1.7, that's a big result. That is a huge result because they're not far from Raw on their first night. And just think of, what they can do going forward. So they've got to be around the 1.3, 1.5. Any less than 1 million is a disaster, I think. Well, maybe not a disaster, but then all of a sudden it means you're not as strong, not as big as NXT, which is like WWE's third brand. So the numbers are going to be very interesting. I don't really care what happens with NXT tonight. I expect NXT to suffer tonight because they're going up against a brand new promotion, but it's all about what does AEW post? What is that number? If it's 1 million, then you could say that's, I want to say a bit below average, actually. If NXT can pull 1 million, AEW should. So 1 million, I think, is below average. 1.3 to 1.5 for me is average. Or what I would be expecting from AEW. 2 million, mega. 3 million, I'm gonna say unobtainable. Not possible. 3 million, not possible. So if they post a 3 million, game over. AEW win. So, yes, anyway, let me go back to this just so I can show you. That is the NWA set for Power. You can see the ring. You can see where the people sit. You can see the little interview area in the corner as well. How great does that look? Just like, do you know what I mean? Like for an hour, a fun little wrestling show. I think it looks amazing. Right, they're just talking about Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae, who obviously will be competing for the Women's Championship tonight. We've got Street Profits in action tonight as well. They will be taking on Undisputed Era. Adam Cole is taking on Matt Riddle. So we got some big NXT matches in store. We've already run down what's happening with AEW. But I'm quite happy to sit here and answer some questions. We are about 15 minutes away. Hey, Days, chances of John Morrison turning up tonight? Big, actually. I think you've got a good chance. I don't think it's as likely as Jake Hager, a.k.a. Jack Swagger, going to AEW. But I think there's a real chance you could see John Morrison tonight. I always have to have a think about what kind of videos am I going to end up doing. I can see me ending up doing a few. I think we're definitely going to do a reaction video about the first women's champion for AEW. I really think Jake Hager's going to be in. We could see another title change. I mean, without even trying, there's like 3 videos that we could end up doing tonight, like reaction video wise. I kind of judge it on that, is tonight a big night? How many reaction videos do you think we will end up doing? Already, without even breaking a sweat, there's 3. So, this is what I'm saying, tonight is going to be huge. Thanks so much, darling. And Days Riddle should win and then get challenged by the Bruiserweight. That would be amazing. How are you feeling now? I'm feeling good. Wrestling Days, baby! I wonder if AEW gets as big as WCW. Well, it took WCW a long time. This isn't going to be an overnight thing. But this is going to... I feel like the world is more instant now. I feel like the world moves quicker than it ever has. So AEW need to make a statement tonight. Because with WCW, they were around for years and then they changed a few things and they started getting big and blah, 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 blah. I kind of feel like AEW need to hit the ground running. I don't think that they can really afford to have 6 months of mediocrity. They need results, they need to grow, they need to expand. They're a small company right now. I mean, what you see is what you get. And they need to look at, international tours, they're talking about video games, they're talking about figures. Well, you've got to make sure that the wrestling you've got to have eyes on your main product. Otherwise, the rest of it is irrelevant. Don't do a tour because no one will go. Don't do a video game because no one will buy it. Don't release figures because they won't sell. You've got to get the wrestling show ticking and working. And this is, the conversation they must be having backstage right now, to be a fly on the wall would be absolutely fascinating. To be a fly on the wall, to listen to that conversation and the pep talk that they're being given, This is huge. Absolutely huge. Do you think an invasion like WWE will happen? No. They would have to buy AEW for that to happen. Heard Dusty's going to make an appearance. I haven't heard that. Eric says, I'm excited. They have 14,000 in the arena and they are already trending in the top 10 worldwide. I think as far as starts go, AEW is already ahead of where WCW were at this time. Yep, I agree. I mean, you'd have to go back to like the 1980s for when WCW started. I think, didn't it come out of Jim Crockett? And didn't they change the name to World Championship Wrestling in the 80s? And then like 80s, early 90s, it was nothing compared to what it became. So yeah, I completely agree. It is in a much, much better place than where WCW was. And make no mistake about it, I'm not expecting them to have a disaster tonight. I think there's enough excitement, and I think there will be enough eyes on the product for them to have a good result. I'm expecting AEW to have a good result tonight. And, well, bring it on. As we've said many, many times, the fans are the winners. They might use the hand injury for Cole in the storyline. They could do. I'll check emails tomorrow, dude. I will check emails tomorrow. So glad that you're doing this. Thank you. Thank you, Glenn Piper. I mean, like, without your support, I'd be sat here talking to myself. So, without all you guys here, this whole thing is irrelevant. So, yeah, this is my pleasure. I am looking to do this each week. I mean, I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm more at this stage. I'm more into NXT. I've been watching NXT for a long time, and AEW is only just starting. So I'm more into NXT, but I've bought the month pass. Let's put it that way. I paid my own money to buy that month pass, and I'm here streaming it. So we will be here next week doing the exact same thing. The week after. This is it. This is the Wednesday Night War, and we're going to be in the middle of it, my friends. Days Rock and Roll is back at 63 years old. Yeah, Rock and Roll Express winning the NWA Tag Team Championships. I'm not sure that's a name that's really going to resonate with too many people, the Rock and Roll Express, but they are legends. Little bit embarrassing maybe for their tag division that 63-year-olds are their champions, but to be honest, it does make me want to watch NWA even more. I'm so excited for NWA. I think the reason why I'm so excited about NWA, I'm maybe more excited about NWA than AEW, is because it's old school. It's got the old school feel. They feel different. They've looked at it and they've gone, right, we can't do it in an arena because that's what WWE do and that's what AEW are doing. We can't go for that urban kind of gritty, kind of edgy metal music that's NXT. So what are we gonna do? Tradition. Go old school. Go back to what wrestling was like. Keep it simple. You do great matches, promos, have the stage, you got your audience there, you go do something that's not being given right now. Give fans something different. There's no one else I know that's doing what NWA are going to be doing from next week. I'm really pumped for it. I love the images of it all. So yeah, I've officially turned into an NWA fanboy. Shout out to Dean Winchester. Enjoy both shows days. It's going to be fun. It is going to be fun, dude. It is going to be fun, and I am very excited about it. I've got USA Network on the go. I've got AEW on the go. And whatever happens, What I'm bringing it to you. I'm telling you, we're reacting to it. We're watching both shows. What event will be better, NXT or AEW? I feel like I can't say. Because I think both companies are going to put everything into this. I think both companies know how big this is. So I'm expecting both companies to go all out. Pardon the pun. We've got Triple H on screen right now, just talking outside of Full Sail. Wheel of Fun, we can try and do one quickly. I said we would do them, so I better be a man of my word. Hadn't I? Right, it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Right, there'll be people that have never seen this before. Never seen this little beauty before. I'm not going to put championship on. We're just going to keep it as she is. So this is the Wheel of Fun, the sexy Wheel of Fun. I think we can all agree on that. Sexy wheel. And we'll give away some slam. Oh, I mean, I can't give away any AEW stuff because there is no AEW stuff. But this is Wrestling Week. I said we'd be doing Wheel of Funs all week, and I'm a man of my word. I'm going to try and do them at 1:45 every hour like we usually do. You're going to have to bear with me on this because this stream is going to be insane. I'm borderline having a panic attack at the fact that I'm having to watch 2 shows and talk to you guys and look at the comments as well. So there's going to be a lot going on. We're 7 minutes away from one of the biggest couple of hours in wrestling history. So Wheel of Fun, so that we're all on the same page, is absolutely secondary tonight. But I am going to try and get them through. And if I have to, I will get a Wheel of Fun done after the shows have finished. So we can always get one done then. And I'm sure I'll get another one in at some point. So just so we're all absolutely clear. Because I don't want people to feel cheated. Right, Wheel of Fun, spin away. On screen, they're just talking about Adam Cole, Baby, and Matt Riddle. Countdown clock says we've got 6 minutes 30 to go. Our clock says we've got just under 6. And USA are doing a close-up of a man who looks evil. Talking of evil! Ah, that was evil. Look at that. Do you know what? That's totally my fault, that is. I sat here without even thinking and said tonight the Wheel of Fun will be secondary. I actually just said to the wheel, who was right there, I just said to the wheel, you're not important tonight. So what did I think the wheel was gonna do? Did I think the wheel was just gonna take that? Did I think that? Was I stupid enough? Oh, wheel never lets me down. If ever I forget to do the song, if ever I don't give it gusto, if ever I badmouth the wheel, forfeit. Like that. Slaps me in the face. Right. Oh my god. How am I going to do this? I've got these. These are not sours. They're ultra sours. That's not going to zoom. Are you going to zoom? Please zoom. Zoom. Yeah? Thought about it. Not thinking about it anymore. Okay. Well, you'll have to trust me. Those words do say ultra. They're ultra sour flavor fusions, right? These are ultra sour sweets. They do different ones, which are in like a yellow tub. These ones are meant to be next level, right? So, I've got to do it. I can't sit here and try and think about what I'm going to do. I've got to just do it. We've got 4 minutes. Forfeit, take your hat off. I'll take my hat off anyway. Look, you can see the disgrace that look at that. Look at that. I tell you what, right? I took my hat off so you can see the horror, and it is horror. Look at that. That's a disgrace. I am cringing inside. I will keep my hat off whilst I eat 4 of these. I have done more of them in the past, but honestly, we've not got much time. And they recommend you do one at a time. They're that sour. So these are super ultra sour sweets. I'm going to do 4. And I took my hat off for you. Look, so you can, look at this. Hot, look, what is it? Well, I don't even know what this bit is. I don't even know why that's doing that. I feel like, who's the guy out of the Muppets that wears the lab coat? I don't know his name, but he's got like a long head and like wacky hair. I feel like him. Right, there we go. Okay, here we go. What is that on your head? No one knows. I think it's sleeping. I think whatever it is, it's asleep. Right, so here we go. Okay. Oh. Ah! Oh! Ah! The sour! Which I know is obvious, but... Ah! 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Oh. Oh, that was foul. Oh, my tongue is tingling. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go. Worse than vinegar? No. No, not worse than vinegar. Oh my god, that's horrible. The only good thing about these sweets, I'm straight up honest with you guys. I feel like there is a tear there. There is definitely a tear there. Once you get past the sour, the actual sweet itself is quite sweet, so it soothes, right? So you go through this horrificness, but then when you get to the sweet, it does soothe it a little bit. But I know there's more sour inside, but it's not as bad. Right. Can you put your hair into a man bun? I think so. I don't like to see people, my favourite YouTubers, suffer. Thought this was wrestling chat. It is. We are 10 seconds away from the show beginning. I can tell you that USA are about to go over. Here we go. So, USA, I've just got credits on at the moment. They're going over. We're 20 odd seconds away from AEW starting. I will keep you up to date with what's happening on both shows. Get rid of these graphics that are flashing away because we don't need these anymore. I've got neither show starting yet. I've still got a little Law and Order graphic on screen. Three seconds till we go to AEW. Okay, we are live with AEW. I'm not live with NXT for some reason. But we're live with AEW. We're looking at the crowd. It's a big crowd. It's an impressive crowd. Hey, they've got towels. They've got like AEW towels. We've got Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. What an announced team that is. What an incredible announced team. Okay, so we're just hearing from the commentators on AEW. The arena looks sold out. There was a lot of talk that there was a lot of tickets left over. AEW looks good. We've got NXT just starting up. Hangman Page versus Pac tonight. Still no idea what our first match is going to be for AEW. Rio versus Nyla Rose. What? That's up first, is it? So Young Bucks and Kenny against Chris Jericho and Santana and Ortiz. Of course, we know them as LAX. They're just showing Cody doing some running. Just got a little intro for NXT as well. So nothing but intros at the moment. So nothing to really get too excited about for now. Main event, Jericho and Santana and Ortiz, aka Alex, against Omega and the Young Bucks, yes. Still nothing on NXT again, just a video package. Got video package on both. AEW already better than anything WWE have ever done. What are you basing that on? What are you basing that on, dude? They're just showing us Chris Jericho with that championship belt. Well, at least we got the GOAT Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, we have got Adam Cole. Just talking to Sammy Guevara at the moment. Just talking about how important this match is for him. NXT, AEW. Up next, Cody versus Sammy Guevara. Right, currently on NXT, Riddle. Cody has come up through the middle. The big chandelier thing in the center of the stage has risen. Matt Riddle is making his entrance over on NXT. Right now, the crowd are going crazy for Cody on AEW. Look, Pyro. They got Pyro. Pyro on AEW. Called it. Cody would be the first person out. Yep. Brandy looks amazing as well. Brandy in a white dress that, I mean, there's not much dress to it. So, Cody is the first man out. Talking about ITV aren't watching right now. Hey, keeping an eye on Matt Riddle, Adam Cole. Adam Cole making his way out. Got Undisputed Era. Cody in the ring then. Believe in Undisputed. What channel is AEW on in the UK? It is on the Fight TV. So Cody has made his way out. That arena for AEW is absolutely stacked. It is rammed. So many people there. Over on NXT, we've got both guys out. We've got Matt Riddle, Adam Cole. This is an NXT Championship match. Crowd going crazy for Cody. Going absolutely crazy for Cody. Right, so we're waiting for Sammy to come down. He's making his way down now on AEW. Both guys are in the ring for NXT. I am going to prioritize NXT at this time because this is NXT Championship match. And not just any NXT Championship match. This is Matt Riddle's opportunity. Big, big moment for Riddle here. Matt Riddle. Daisy's surname is Guevara, not Guevara. Guevara. Cody got a loud pop from that crowd. It was amazing. Very good. Crowd is great for AEW. Really strong crowd. I've got sour in my mouth still. Right. Both matches look like they're going to start around about the same time. There's a sign in the crowd that says Vince fears ratings for AEW. Okay, we are underway. WWE sounds desperate having a championship match start in the show. That's a good point. I mean, I don't know if it's desperate. I think they're just pulling out all the stops, you know? We're just doing what they can. We're underway in that championship match. Riddle slamming down Adam Cole. Adam Cole gets over to the ropes. Over the top, Cody Rhodes. Oh, Sammy botched a little bit there. He tried to flip over the top of Cody. Didn't quite land it. What a time to be a wrestling fan. The only issue I've got is that NXT is very difficult to watch here in the UK. Very, very difficult to watch. Borderline impossible. Kick from Matt Riddle saying that. Sammy showing off in the AEW ring. That match hasn't got a great deal of consequence apart from the fact it is the first televised AEW match. So, as I said, I am going to shift my attention over to NXT. Sammy saying to Cody, bring it. Biggest AEW debut, green shirt guy. Yeah, good point. Only just noticed him. Well done. Yeah, green shirt guy. They've managed to snap up green shirt guy who's in the front row. Man, even he has jumped ship. If I was WWE, I wouldn't let him back. I'd be like, no, you've made your bed. You've picked your side. Deal with it. Clearly, you love them more than you love us. You're a disgrace, green shirt guy. Okay, Adam Cole going for a net breaker. Swinging net breaker by Adam Cole. Still got action underway on the other side with AEW. Things are settling down a little bit now. It's a decent match for AEW. First match for NXT is pretty good as well. Big forearm strike by Adam Cole. Hey guys, we should be back. We should be up and in. I see that the stream just crashed temporarily. But we should be back and okay. Hopefully okay. Let's go back to NXT. See what we've got there. Nice springboard stunner by Cody. People saying we are back. Awesome. Let me see if I can change this over. Still underway with both matches. We've got Matt Riddle in there with Adam Cole. See if I can get the chat back. Knew this was going to be a nightmare, what with so many devices on the go. Have to wait and see how it plays out. But a kick from Matt Riddle. Against the ropes goes Adam Cole. Big knee strike by Riddle. Nice suplex. Adam Cole is in a whole world of trouble here, but reverses. Some great action on NXT. We're seeing some really good stuff over on AEW as well. This is awesome. This is awesome. NXT doing a fantastic job. And some really good action over on AEW. We're still underway with Cody and Sammy. They're just putting on a really great match. Brandy Rhodes going over. Okay, you've got Adam Cole on the outside. Swing, miss, kick by Matt Riddle. Adam Cole is down on the outside of the ring. Brandy got suicide dived by Cody. Yes, she did. You're right. She's down. I'm having to keep an eye. You've got to just pick a side, and I'm picking NXT at the moment because of it being a championship match. Brandy looks to be okay, though. She's back up on her feet. Adam Cole jumps down. He was looking for Panama Sunrise. Couldn't get it, though. Knee from Matt Riddle. WWE versus WCW all over again. On the top, it was a twisted moonsault. Couldn't quite land it. Adam Cole got his knees up. Adam Cole going over to the other side. Sammy going for the pin. Kick out by Cody there. Just showing that Panama Sunrise move by Adam Cole. Only getting 2.9. So Adam Cole coming close to retaining his championship. Days, when is Shane McMahon going to buy AEW? Adam Cole pulls down the knee. Matt Riddle collapses down to the ground. Boycott green shirt guy. I know he's let himself down. He's let Vince down. He tried for another Panama Sunrise. Adam Cole couldn't get it. On the shoulders of Riddle. Beautiful knee strike. Picks up Adam Cole. Plants him down. Oh, big knee. Riddle can sense this. Riddle going up top. Riddle for that twisted moonsault connects. 1, 2. Oh! Almost a 3 for Riddle. Closer than close. Drama. Absolute drama. Both guys are down in Cody and Sammy as well. Cody is fired up. He's pumped up. And yeah, Riddle can feel it. Nice. Adam Cole goes over. Oh, kick out as well. AEW is lit. It's a great match. Both of these matches, they are going head to head. You've got great match on both sides. So hard to call. I mean, we've had 20 minutes, 2 great matches. I keep flicking between the two. Both matches, really good. I'm keeping more of an eye on NXT right now because of the fact that we've got Riddle and Cole. Kick by Cole. Kick to the back of the head. Riddle goes down. Adam Cole going over to the corner. Looking for Panama Sunrise. Connects and Riddle might be done here. Adam Cole might be on the verge. Oh, misses with the knee. Gets caught by Riddle. Riddle's caught Adam Cole. The referee's looking. It's in the middle of the ring. This could be massive moment. No, he gets out. Adam Cole reverses. Ugh. And now he goes down again. Look at that. Beautiful. He's got the arm bar. He's got the arm of Adam Cole. Adam Cole desperately trying to get over to the ropes. Is he going to get there? Riddle pulls him back into the middle. Reverse 2. Oh my God, this match is insane. Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle is on fire right now. So is Cody against Sammy. I mean, neither of these matches started slow. They haven't... knee to the back of the head by Adam Cole, baby. 2. Adam Cole retains. Adam Cole retains. Breaking news. Adam Cole retains. And Cody gets the victory over Sammy as well. Both matches finishing around the same time. So 2 great matches. Adam Cole retains against Matt Riddle. And Cody hugging Tony. Tony, I think, just going to have a word. Oh, Sammy not happy. Sammy not happy with Cody right now. Oh, he sticks his hand out. He wants to shake hands. Just showing a replay over on NXT. Oh, Jericho. Jericho's come out and he's beating up on Cody. No great surprise there, I suppose. So, Adam Cole. There's a woman in the front row that's got like an Evolve t-shirt on. This. Balor! Balor's here! Finn Balor's here! Oh, what? Finn Balor has just come walking out in NXT! That is huge! We haven't seen Balor since SummerSlam! Balor is here! Throws his arms up into the air! What is this? Is he gonna challenge Adam Cole? Finn Balor has just come walking out. I tell you, over on AEW, Jericho at the moment beating up on Cody, but we've got Finn Balor. This is insane. The Wednesday Night Wars have begun. Balor is here in NXT, and it looks like he's got his eye on Adam Cole and that NXT championship. Of course, you know, Finn Balor, a big part of NXT. He's got a microphone. See what he's got to say. Absolutely huge. Jericho still going crazy, still beating up on Cody. The split screen advertising on AEW. Very cool. Balor returned, I know. Jericho stealing a camera. It's just madness. It's not a war. It's like Wednesday Night Madness. That's what we've got right now. Finn Balor is here. Adam Cole backing away. Dang, I wanted Balor to join the OC. So, Beth Phoenix saying Finn Balor is back, baby. So there we go. Anyone that was saying that NXT is like developmental, it absolutely isn't. They've just got Finn Balor on the roster. Not sure if he's going to stay there that long. It might just be a one-off thing. But Finn Balor turning up in NXT, that is massive, massive news. What a moment. So NXT starts with a great match. And then Finn Balor comes out. I can tell you, over on AEW, Jericho's still going crazy. We've had one match which Cody won. And Jericho is currently beating up on Cody Rhodes. Setting up a couple of chairs. Picking up Cody. Slamming him. Man, there's no give on those chairs. No give on those chairs at all. AEW for life. NXT bringing the fire. AEW can't compete with NXT. Looks like they're talking about the women's match now. Jericho's obviously going to be in action a little bit later. Jericho wearing a little bit of bubbly shirt as well. Little bit of bubbly. Wow. Finn Balor. Awesome. The dream is up. NXT is winning this battle. No way Balor would lose. NXT is winning with a great start and a Finn Balor surprise. Balor just said he is now NXT. Balor sent to training school. Obviously, WWE desperate to get ratings. I don't know. I mean, I said it. I said it beforehand that for me, they had one problem that they needed to sort. They've sorted it. They needed a name. They needed someone on NXT that had the star power to compete with Chris Jericho. Now, you could argue that Finn Balor isn't at that level, but I don't know. People know him. People know Finn Balor. I think that's a great move. I really do. NXT's got it all now. I got no concerns about NXT. Daze, do you feel it? I felt it, dude. I absolutely felt it. Okay, what have we got now? We have got... I'm guessing this is Cutler MJF. Okay, we got The Dream coming out. The Dream's doing a promo right now on NXT. Now, is the Dream wearing the same attire as his figure? Looks like the Dream's wearing that same attire that his figure is, Elite 72 figure? Can't quite see it. I think it is, you know. I think it is. Brandon Cutler. I've put Steve Cutler. MJF cutting a promo right now. MJF doing a promo. Velveteen Dream. MJF is better than me signing AEW. Been some great signs. How weird that they've both done matches about the same length and now they're doing 2 promos? He says that Cutler looks like a guy that got lost trying to find his seat. MJF is the better promo than Velveteen Dream for me. Hard to say what was the better first match. The thing is that MJF is funny. Velveteen Dream's not funny. MJF is witty and funny. It's worth saying Velveteen Dream has got like about 8 women with him as well, and a new sofa. How many main roster talents will they sacrifice to help NXT ratings? I don't think they need to sacrifice any. I don't think it is a sacrifice. I think NXT is main roster. This is on the USA Network, the same network that's got Raw and had SmackDown, so I don't think being on NXT is a sacrifice. We're underway with MJF against Cutler. They're just showing a video package on NXT about Lio Rush. The NXT Cruiserweight Championship. That is interesting, isn't it? The NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors that they're winding down 205 Live. So it looks like that's what's happening here. You're right, MJF is funny. I hope next week AEW have got Jimmy Havoc fighting. MJF equals Jim Cornette's favourite wrestler. He does. Bray Wyatt just tweeted, "I love Finn Balor." Watching the match on AEW. They should have The Fiend pop up on NXT. Nah, they won't do that. They don't need to do that. NXT Cruiserweight Championship match next week. Against the ropes. Cutler. AEW, all just hype wrestling days. Do you think Balor would invite The Fiend to NXT for Retribution? I don't think he needs to. Days, a fan of AEW as a sign, you're not Shane O'Mac. We're just watching the match at the moment between MJF and Cutler. Cutler going up top. Oh, lost his footing. I think his leg gave out, or at least he's trying to make out his leg gave out. I believe AEW are better than NXT. Looks like we got a women's match over on NXT right now. Io Shirai against Mia Yim. Should be a fun little match. Gallows and Anderson need to join NXT. I've got to admit, this is as big of a nightmare as I thought it was going to be. Looks like MJF gets the victory over on AEW, so just a quick little match over there. Did Cutler just botch that move? I think he did. Don't know what we're watching on AEW right now. Got a whole lot of nothing happening. There's just a shot of the crowd and no commentary. So it looks like there's a bit of an error going on. We've got like some kind of dead air right now. Is anyone else getting that on AEW? What are AEW doing? Go back over. It's still doing it. No commentary or anything. I love the drone-like shots of AEW. Yeah, but they're stuck on it. It's commercial. Oh, right. So when it goes to commercial, this is what we watch on Fight. Right, got you. Wow, that's weird. That's weird. We've got Io and Mia Yim over on NXT. Fighting on the outside. Both women on the outside at the moment. They've gone to commercial. Okay. It's weird. I don't know what I thought they would do when they go to commercial. Kind of thought that they would have something on Fight that would step in, you know? We're outside with Io and Mia Yim. It's come back for me. I'm in Canada. I can't watch AEW or NXT. You should be able to watch AEW on the Fight Network. We've got commercial in commercial at the moment on NXT. Okay, Kevin Smith in the crowd for AEW. They're just talking about Jay and Silent Bob at the moment. Asuka needs a dominating run. Chris Van Vliet, yeah, he is talking to Kevin Smith at the moment. Do you like MJF? I like MJF. So, yeah, Chris Van Vliet is just talking to... Who's coming down? They're getting distracted by someone. Angélico and Jack Evans have come down. Are they trying to work an angle here with Kevin Smith and... did you see Bray's? I heard about it, dude. C-79, I heard about it. Oh, this seems a bit desperate, do you not think? What's happening on AEW right now? Private Party just coming over. It looked, for a second then, it looked like they were going to do a match with Kevin Smith. We're still underway anyway with this women's match. Mia Yim against Io Shirai over on NXT. Terrible shot there from AEW where you can see loads of empty seats. Loads, a whole segment completely empty. They're talking about the World Tag Team Championship tournament. Hey there. Hello, Suki Streams. Hope you are well. Still underway with Io and Mia Yim. Still showing graphic for that NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Do you think Sheamus will return? I don't think so. Obama impersonator. This is horrible. WWE putting Balor on NXT is desperate. I disagree. Kevin Smith has got 8 million Twitter followers. They didn't do anything with him. Didn't do anything. In the end, nothing happened. SCU, what's happening on NXT? I gotta be honest, the thing keeps going down. I'm like 99% of my stream, all I've done is wrestle to try and watch NXT. Unless WWE can get something sorted, I might have to just do AEW streams going forward because I'm constantly... I can't talk to you guys about what's going on because I'm constantly wrestling with getting this working. And it's not working. But at least we've already had that championship match. Last time I saw it was Mia Yim against Io Shirai. So on AEW, they're talking at the moment about what two members are going to compete tonight. So they're saying that Scorpio Sky might sit this one out. AEW over NXT. I love Pentagón Jr. NXT is still better. Yeah, Pentagon and Fenix have come out. They're talking to SCU. Oh, they're going at it. SCU and the Lucha Bros are going at it. Security trying to break them apart. It's absolute carnage on AEW. Obviously on NXT, we've still got that Women's Championship match coming up. Still got Mia Yim and Io competing on NXT. That can't be true. Orange Cassidy. I have not got Orange Cassidy. We're at commercial for AEW. 45 minutes in. So far, 45 minutes in, let me give you my thoughts. NXT is a disaster to try and watch in the UK. Like, you can't do it, basically. That's the conclusion I'm coming to. I'm tried 3 different ways. I can watch bits of it, and then it just keeps crashing. I'm having to rely on very unreliable streams and things like that. We don't have the USA Network in the UK. And I'm desperately trying, like, lots of different ways of trying to watch it, and it doesn't work. Simple as that. It's just not working. I am basically spending all of my time fighting to try and watch NXT, and it's not worth it. I can quite easily sit here and just watch AEW. AEW works absolutely fine on the Fight TV app. So I can watch that, but I can't watch NXT. And WWE have got to sort this out. They've got to sort this out because it's a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. I can press refresh and get some streams working. I can see, according to this, we've still got Mia Yim against Io Shirai. But this will crash in a second. Code Red by Mia Yim on Io. Io kicks out. This is still our second match for NXT. Io on the outside. Obviously, I don't know. And there we go. And that's it. And it crashes. This is my point. It's just an absolute nightmare. Thankfully, I did get to watch it. It stays going long enough so you can see a few things. I saw the Finn Balor moment. I mean, really, there hasn't been a great deal from AEW. We've had the Chris Jericho attack. That was about it. AEW works fine in the UK. Yep, works fine for me as well. NXT is better, but WWE needs to figure out a way for people to watch it in Canada and UK. Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Because I feel like I've wasted about 45 minutes here. Because I've been watching both shows. I know what's happened on both shows. But I don't feel like I've been able to really enjoy. Do you know what? I think there is too much of a good thing. I really can't enjoy either show because I'm having to try and go between the two. And the problem with NXT is that I have to keep refreshing it and I have to keep rebooting it, and it's a nightmare. I really don't want to do this every week. So I can see me focusing on AEW going forward unless WWE sort this out, because I've got 3 ways to watch the USA Network, and all 3 aren't reliable. All 3 crash. Whereas the Fight Network with AEW works absolutely fine. We're back with AEW. We're actually backstage now. We've got Jericho talking to LAX. So it's a little Jericho promo. Of course, we've still got the first women's champion to be crowned. So AEW Women's World Championship tonight. Riho versus Nyla Rose. So next match coming up, Hangman Adam Page against Pac. That's huge. That is a huge match. So Hangman Page versus Pac. Io has won. I tell you what, that was a long match, wasn't it? That was a really, really long match. Finn Balor is definitely the big talking point of the night so far. Really good point on Twitter here. AEW is number 2 in the UK, trending wise. NXT not even breaking into the top 20. NXT is just not a factor in the UK right now because there's no way to watch it. They will fix that. I am absolutely certain of it. They will fix that. They've got to fix that. So, Hangman Page in the ring. Hall and Nash. Ruined by Hall and Nash. I'm not getting AEW and I have East Coast channels. Bianca and Montez are married? Yes. Cole versus Riddle was brilliant? Yes. Is it bad if I'm not watching anything? No. So far I'm impressed with AEW. Pac is stepping out now. Pac looks awesome, doesn't he? He does look really, really cool. Cole versus, yes. Is it bad I'm not watching anything? No. Do you need to pay to watch AEW? Yeah, $4.99. But at least you can see it in the UK. You cannot see NXT. Hall and Nash are at NXT. CM Punk confirmed he was backstage doing stuff. I didn't see that. I didn't see CM Punk say that. I saw CM Punk say that he had auditioned for that new show, but it's a Fox show. It's not run by WWE. Apparently, according to Punk, no one from WWE has been in touch with him. Of course, he could be lying, but... So, Pac in the ring. Hangman Page versus Pac is what we've got on AEW. CM Punk's not backstage. No. Wheel of Fun time. Not at the moment. I'm still fighting some fires. This is a full-on drama stream. That's what we've got here. Just a nightmare stream. Like, I thought it would be hard. I didn't realise it would be impossible. At least AEW is working absolutely fine. So I'm at the point where I'm starting to think I'm just going to focus on AEW. Pac and Hangman Page both in the ring for AEW. Face to face at the moment. Jack Hager might show up in this match. That's a good point. They see if you can download Xfinity Stream on your phone. Xfinity Stream. Doubt I can. Is that some kind of... Has that got USA Network? I'll Google it. Xfinity Stream. I don't believe so. I've got nothing that looks like that. Check Collider News video. Yes, I watched Collider News video, and in it he says that he did try out for the SmackDown show, and no one, and he hasn't heard anything. So it's not confirmed that he's been selected for that show, although I think he will be. And no one from WWE has been in touch with him. I watched the Collider thing. Adam Cole won. He did. Johnny is wrestling. Really hope NXT gets fixed. I like your NXT streams. Yeah, I do as well, dude. I really enjoy doing them. I was more excited for NXT. Pac on the outside, just mocking the AEW fans at the moment. Xfinity is not something I think we can get here, if I'm honest. It's not on Google Play anyway. If you are just joining us, you're not missing anything in regards to... Yeah, no Xfinity in the UK. You're not missing anything in AEW. I've got no idea what you're missing when it comes to NXT because there's just no way of watching that. Pac looks like he's going to walk away. I mean, this match hasn't even started at the moment. I've refreshed NXT. We've got Johnny in the ring against Shane Thorne. Okay, so Hangman and Pac exchanging forearm strikes at the moment. Hangman against the ropes, spinning back heel kick by Pac, kick to the face as well. And another spinning heel kick by Pac. Pac surely winning this. Big boot by Hangman. Against the ropes goes Hangman, boot to the face. Both guys running at each other. Big clothesline. Has turned Pac inside out. Days, try to buy on your phone. And give it a go. Just watching Pac against Hangman at the moment. Where are we with Johnny and Shane? Shane has got Johnny over in the corner. He's trying to wrap his head around the ring post. I tried that, Mr. Flutini. It wasn't quite working for me. The AEW match is sick. It's very good. Hangman Page and Neville going at it at the moment. Neville, Pac. Suicide dive. Big suicide dive by Hangman Page. Never watched AEW in my life. Did Moxley leave AEW? No, we should see him later. AEW 2 hours, yes. And I think NXT is going to overrun by about 15 minutes. I'm sure they're trying to do NXT till past. Okay, nice. He's grabbed Pac. Fall away slam. Beautiful. By Hangman Page. NXT started off so well, they've got to do better. Yeah, they did throw a lot in the start, and it does seem to have lost its way. We got, I mean, from what seemed to me like a very good match between Io and Mia Yim. We've now got Johnny and Shane Thorne, but to be honest, they're not really anything that spectacular. I think the match to watch right now is Hangman Page against Pac. This was obviously the match we were meant to get at Double or Nothing. Pac going out of the ring at the moment, going after Hangman Page, hurling him into the side of the ring. Pac going over. Nice. Stamps down onto Hangman. He's going to look for a springboard move. Springboard moonsault. Lovely work by Pac. So good work by Pac. Moxley is my favourite on AEW. Shout out to Keaton. I love Orange Cassidy. Clothesline by Johnny Gargano on NXT. Big chop by Johnny on Shane Thorne. Reversal. Johnny gets out the way. Little roll up of Shane Thorne. Kick to the face. Shane Thorne goes down. Just going back to AEW. I can tell you that Hangman Page is down in the ring. Pac looking for springboard. Nice. Little bit sloppy. Hits him with a splash, but yeah, he doesn't seem happy with it. He seems quite frustrated. Grabbing Hangman Page. Beautiful. Heel kick by Neville. It started phenomenal off for both, but it seems like that's where the comparison kind of stops. NXT is failing a bit. Yeah, I agree. I think that they have fallen behind. I mean, they've got Johnny in there at the moment against Shane Thorne, and it seems a perfectly fine match. But obviously, it hasn't really got the history that Pac against Hangman Page does. I mean, Pac against Hangman Page was meant to take place. I'm watching this Johnny Gargano match, though. It is very good against Shane Thorne. Shane Thorne in control now. Looking for a powerbomb. Massive powerbomb by Shane Thorne. Just going back over to AEW. We got Pac firing shots in on Hangman Page. Hangman Page with a kick. Neville on the top rope at the moment. Hangman Page going up top. Looking to try and grab Pac. Neville, however you still remember him. I suppose we should say Pac, but I know there'll be a lot of fans watching that know him better as Neville. Beautiful drop kick by Hangman Page. Pac against the ropes, gets picked up. Whoa! Beautiful. Going back over to NXT, Shane Thorne doing a really good job at the moment. Kick to the back of Johnny, and Johnny felt that. Seems like this is still a good match, but just hasn't really got much about it, has it? It's not going to get the blood racing, the blood pumping, the blood boiling. NXT needed something more. I mean, maybe they needed the championship match now. They've still got 2 championship matches to come, NXT, though. They've still got the tag team championship match and that women's championship match. Of course, AEW have still got the women's championship match and that big 6-man tag team event. Johnny against the ropes, goes round the houses. Big boot by Shane Thorne. Tell you that reverse Rana! That should be it. I am so tired of reverse Ranas not getting victories. Like, that should be it. Reverse Rana, you just got pulled backwards and dropped on your head. If that doesn't win a match, what would? Kick from Johnny, and Johnny does win the match. Johnny Gargano with a reverse Rana, and then a nice little super kick, does win the match. Gets the victory over Shane Thorne. Just watching to see if anyone's going to come out, and then we will go back over to AEW. But nice victory there for Johnny Gargano. Standing, celebrating. AEW rules. I'm saying Chomper. I think you can watch replays of AEW. Yeah, I think so. I still call him Neville every now and again. To be honest, I do, yes. I still find myself referring to him as Neville. Again, just watching to see if anyone's coming out. Doesn't look like they are. Just going back over to AEW, I can tell you that Pac is in control, standing over Hangman Page. Hangman Page down. Page trying to climb up the ropes. Big kick to the back of the head by Pac. Garno celebrating. Days, we've got 2 TVs. I'm watching NXT on one and Wrestling Days on the other. Well, I gotta tell you, it's been disappointing. And my this stream, I really had high hopes for it, but the first hour, no, not good. The NXT streams in the UK are just not reliable enough. You get about 5 minutes and then they go down. And you just, what can you do with that? So for the first hour, I've just been messing around trying to get the NXT stream working. It seems to be a little bit better now. It's been about 5 minutes and it hasn't crashed yet. They're just showing a graphic talking about The Rock and the fact that The Rock will be on SmackDown. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you join us because, of course, we will be back for SmackDown Live. Going back to AEW, we've got Pac kicking at the head of Hangman Page. The pace of that match is quite slow. I think there is quite a big section of the AEW crowd that's missing on the hard cam side. Feels like they might have brought a lot of people round. Big news, if you are just joining us, is that we've had Finn Balor make an appearance in NXT. Adam Cole retained against Matt Riddle. Cody won the first TV match for AEW against Sammy Guevara. And Chris Jericho came out and brutally attacked Cody after. And now we've got Hangman Page against Pac. Nice. Page coming back into this now against Pac. He's got Pac on his back. Pac holding on to that top rope. Looking for a top rope springboard, but gets caught with a forearm smash. Looks like we're going over to that Women's Championship match now on NXT. We've got Shayna Baszler making her way out. Baszler versus Candice LeRae. So Adam Cole retained. You would feel like one of the titles would change hands tonight. Is it going to be now? Is Candice going to get a victory over Shayna Baszler? Big moonsault to the outside over on AEW. Page goes over the top into the ring, misses with a clothesline, round the back of Pac. Looking for a German, but a low blow by Pac. Pac with a low blow on Hangman Page. Page goes down. Pac has got like markings on the side of his face. He's got him set up. Pac going up top. Page is down in the corner. Nice. Into the brutalizer for Pac, and I think Pac's going to get the victory here. Ref calls it. That's a great finish. They should do that finish more often. Referee calls the match. So Page didn't tap or anything. The referee looked at the situation and just went, need to call it. And called the match. That's cool. That was very, very cool. Right, so Candice against Shayna is probably the big talking point at the moment in the wrestling world. We've had Finn Balor come out. I really feel like both shows started off really, really strong, and then I think both shows dipped. That was a really good match, though, what we just saw. And now we've got a championship match. Baszler against Candice. This is for the NXT Women's Championship. Nice Inzaguri by Candice. They're just showing replays over on AEW. Beautiful drop kick to the back by Candice. Just as Shayna was sat on the edge of the ring. Candice now goes crashing to the outside. Springboard crossbody to the outside. It's all Candice LeRae right now. So very, very cool. Shout out to Cole Taylor. Pac looks great. Shout out to Dean Winchester. This is awesome. Pac does win. You're absolutely right. Hey Days, have you ever met a fan in public? If so, where? I've met many supporters at Wrestling Shop Live, and I will be at Wrestling Shop Live again in London at Leicester Square, November 16th and 17th. Make sure that you're there if you live in the UK, because there's going to be Bill from Mattel is going to be there. He is going to do some figure reveals, apparently. We are going to get some new figures shown at Wrestling Shop Live. And I am there for both days as well. I'm there all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I would love to meet you guys. Come on down. Come on down to Wrestling Shop Live, Leicester Square. And if you go to Wrestling Shop, then you'll find like the postcode and all the details. If you've been to it before, I believe it is the same place as before. This is going to be the third time. I can tell you that we're still underway with Candice against Shayna Baszler. And over on AEW, up next, Riho. Oh my god. They're just like the same. They've now putting on the women's match at the same time. We've got Nyla Rose. Oh my god, this is a nightmare for wrestling fans. We've got the belt at ringside. Nyla Rose versus Riho. Women's Championship match just about to start. This is to crown the first ever AEW Women's Champion. So we've got that underway on that show. And over on the USA Network, we're still underway with Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. So Nyla Rose making her way down. Brit on commentary. Nyla Rose looks legit. Pac was great. He looked really good. Just got commercial in commercial on NXT, which is cool. So Nyla Rose making her way into the ring. I've got to say that watching both shows has been a little bit better the past 15, 20 minutes. First 45 minutes, it was a nightmare. NXT kept crashing. We thankfully saw the first match. We missed a lot of EO against Mia Yim. We've been able to watch all of AEW, though. And WWE, they have got to get it sorted for international markets. AEW is trending in the UK. NXT cannot be seen anywhere. Show-wise, I feel like they're very similar. Both had great opening matches. I feel like AEW might be edging it. Although saying that, I feel like Finn Balor is the big talking point of the night so far. Riho making her way down to the ring. So Riho is coming down to the ring just over on... poor little Riho. Candice LeRae on the outside. We're still underway with Shayna against Candice. Hello to everyone that's watching. AEW Dynamite trending #1. NXT is 2. I'm with AEW 3 and AEW on TNT is 4. Yeah, I think more people are buzzing about AEW this week. Okay, we've got Riho, Nyla Rose in the ring. This is to crown the first ever women's champion now. Personally, I think it's a real stupid move, this not headlining this show. You're talking about crowning your first ever women's champion. You can only ever do that once. You've built up to this. You've done battle royals. You've done big things. The men's title main evented all out. And the women's one doesn't even main event the first TV show. Straight away, you're saying that you don't care so much about your women's division. Straight away, AEW are saying that the women's division just don't matter as much, which I think is awful. I really think that they should have this match on as their main event. In regards to NXT, they obviously started with the men's championship match so that they had a massive match to go head-to-head with the beginning of AEW. I'm going to give them the same criticism. The only difference is they have another championship match on their show. They've got the tag team championship match as well. So it could be that the tag team titles are going to main event this show. I mean, I don't mind it being either the women or the tag team, but one of the title matches has to be your main event. So it looks like they're going with the tag team ones. And I can tell you that Candice is in a little bit of trouble. She's quite close to the ropes and she gets there. So Shayna's going to have to break that hold. What I'm seeing, AEW, 1.5 million viewers because they follow in NXT. I think AEW is more exciting. I subscribe to you. Thank you very much, my friend. Days are we friends. I am friends with anyone that enjoys watching the channel. Nice, beautiful move on the edge of the ring by Candice, and Shayna Baszler's down. The match hasn't got underway yet on AEW, so still waiting for that to start. I feel like we might get... Oh, nasty suicide dive by Candice LeRae. She goes through the ropes and crashing like onto the head of Shayna Baszler. Look nasty. So Shayna Baszler down. What have I missed? You actually haven't missed a great deal. There's been a lot going on. There's certainly a lot to talk about, but actual big highlights, for me, the biggest is that Finn Balor is in NXT. Finn Balor making a shock surprise appearance, walks out at Full Sail, and says that he is NXT. They're just doing the introductions over on AEW for the two women. They're really building this up. Nyla Rose against Riho for the Women's Championship. So we're about to crown our first Women's Champion. Just going back over to NXT, I can tell you that Shayna and Candice are on the middle rope. Looks like Shayna is clubbing on the back of Candice. Looking for a gut-wrench suplex, maybe? Gut-wrench suplex connects. Candice is down in the middle of the ring. Shayna is down. The AEW Championship looks like it has shrunk. It does. Days, the USA Network has got an app, not in the UK. A lot of these apps you're talking about don't exist in the UK. USA Network doesn't have an app in the UK. I'm sure I already looked. So, just a commercial on NXT. We are underway on AEW. Little old Riho is drop-kicking Nyla Rose against the ropes. And Riho now trying to hurl Nyla Rose into the ropes. Back elbow by Nyla Rose. Nice head scissor takedown by Riho. Riho, very, very small, but very agile. Kind of using Nyla Rose's weight against her there. But just runs into Nyla Rose, goes against the ropes. Tries to shoulder barge Nyla Rose, which I could have told her wouldn't have worked. And didn't work. So, yeah, look, this is the dream right now. We have got both shows working. We can see both of the matches. We've got two championship matches underway as we speak. You do feel like Shayna and Candice, the finish for that should come quite soon. They've already been wrestling for a good 10-15 minutes or so. Little roll-up by Candice, but she won't get the pin, so we're at commercial. It's like picture-in-picture. And Riho in a little bit of trouble over on AEW. Might try to get a Wheel of Fun done when we get past these two matches. These are, for me, probably the two big matches. Nyla grabbing the leg. And lovely submission hold on Riho. Just going back over. We're still at commercial break on NXT. But Shayna grabbing the head of Candice. Against the ropes goes Shayna. Nice kick to the midsection by Candice. Went for a big kick. Forearm smashes by Shayna. Against the ropes goes Shayna. Knee to the face. Down goes Candice. We're still at commercial break, so I don't think she's getting the 3, and she doesn't. That's the only problem where you get pins during a commercial break. You know that there's not going to be a finish. No way, whilst they're doing picture-in-picture, that they're going to have a finish to a match. Nyla Rose is all over Riho now. I never mentioned as well, not only is green shirt guy in the front row, I think there's a guy that's dressed like Macho Man in the front row as well. At AEW. Nyla Rose has got Riho up in the air. Riho crashing down. Landing on her feet, though. Back elbow by Nyla Rose. And Riho staggers over to the ropes. I'm not expecting Nyla Rose against Riho to be that long. Back elbows by Riho again. I can tell you that the commercials are over, so we could get a finish soon in the Shayna Baszler Candice LeRae match. Nice. Yes, beautiful reversal by Candice. She's on her back, middle of the ring. She's got a choke on Shayna, but Shayna's getting up to her feet. So Shayna is powering up and actually gets out of the hold. Backed into the corner. Candice is throwing everything she's got at Shayna. Oh, beautiful sleeper. I love that move. So Shayna Baszler getting a sleeper hold on Candice in the corner and actually picking her up. So Candice is like dangling, being held by her head. Oh, vicious move by Candice. Just a 2 count though. Full on drama. Days, get Sling TV. It's international with international channels. I will try to find it. We're not going to get a chance to find it now. We've only got 30 odd minutes, but I definitely need to find a better way to watch NXT because that has been the big talking point for me. If you're in the UK, it's been a night of frustration trying to watch NXT. It's just not realistic. Springboard moonsault. Oh no, Candice! There was no one home. Shayna though. I think Shayna's got Candice. I don't think there's anywhere for Candice to go. Candice in the middle. She is powering her way up to her feet, though. She's got Shayna on her back. Sleeper hold applied. Candice getting her. Oh, just collapses down again. She tried to get out of it, and she can't. She's really close to the ropes. Can Candice get there? Or is she going to have to tap? She's trying to kick her legs out. She's trying to... Oh, taps. Candice LeRae has lost. Riho is on the outside, has been gone crashing through a load of chairs. Oh, Nyla Rose jumps from the outside and Riho moves out the way. Nyla Rose hits a load of steel chairs. Riho now is going up. And double stomp by Riho. If you are just joining us, Candice LeRae has lost to Shayna Baszler. And we are underway on AEW, trying to crown the first ever AEW Women's Champion. There's a lot of action here with Nyla Rose crashing into some chairs. Double stomp by Riho. Riho is going up top now. And double stomp to the back. Nyla Rose goes down. Riho with the cover. Nyla Rose kicks out. Nyla Rose survives. We're approaching the final half an hour or so of AEW. AEW, I think, finishes in about 35 minutes. Beautiful crossface by Riho. Riho with a crossface now. Nyla Rose is in trouble. Baszler is unstoppable. We've got Mark Henry, Alondra Blaze, Stephanie McMahon in the front row at NXT. So we saw Hall and Nash earlier as well. There's been a few famous faces sprinkled in the crowd at NXT. They were standing and applauding what they've just seen there from that women's match between Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae. Going back over to AEW now. Against the ropes goes Riho, round the back. Down. Samoan drop by Nyla Rose on Riho. 2. Kick out by Riho. Riho survives. Her name is Riho, and she managed to survive. We haven't had a good sing-song, have we, on this stream? We haven't had a good old sing-song. It's just been full-on drama as Riho gets hung over the top rope. Hung out to dry is Riho. Knee to the face. Nyla Rose has got Riho hanging on that top rope. Nyla Rose now going up top. And does hit it. Knee to the back of the head. That was vicious. Riho goes down. Why have they cut away to? Oh! Just as the ref was doing a 3 count, they cut to the crowd on AEW. What did they do? That was ridiculous. Nyla Rose now with a crossface. Crossface on Riho. Riho in real trouble. She's teasing that she's going to tap. She might have to tap. It's in the middle of the ring. I can't see any way out for her here. She's screaming in pain. She can't get to the ropes. Riho, though, she's been in this hold quite a while. They're either milking it or she will find a way out. No. She's kind of no-selling it. She's not really screaming. Ah, now it's being pulled back by Nyla Rose. No, oh, Riho looks like she's passing out. She looks like she's passing out. I think the ref's called it. The ref's called it! Nyla Rose wins! Nyla Rose! She passed out. The ref called it. We're carrying on. Nyla laughing. I thought it was waved. I thought the ref waved it. Carnage. I don't even understand what's happening on AEW now. I thought the ref had called that. It looked like the ref had called the match. I don't understand why she passed out. don't understand. I want to understand, but I don't understand what's happening with AEW. She was in the middle of the ring. Riho passed out. The referee waved it. And Nyla Rose let her go. And now the match is continuing. Riho, revert 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Riho with a 2. We've got Pete Dunne over on NXT at the moment. No idea who he's facing yet. But Pete Dunne on NXT, obviously the big talking point is this women's match. Riho gets planted. 1, 2. No, Riho survives. Riho survives. This women's match is a joke. Days the match isn't over. I know they waved it. The match continues. It's heating up. But what? I don't understand. What? I don't understand. There was no need for her to break that hold. The hold was on. Riho passed out. I need to watch it again. I need to see what they're saying on commentary, but it looked to me like the ref had called it. Forearm smashes by Riho, though. The match does continue. Here we go. Oh, man! Off the corner. I am so tired of AEW doing that. The referee's about to count. You're about to see if they're going to get a 3 or not. And they cut to the crowd. Knee to the head. Nyla Rose moves out the way. Knees to the back. Nyla Rose goes down. Riho now. Riho. Big knees to the face. Nyla Rose down. 2, 3. There it is. It's Riho that wins. Riho is the first AEW champion. Wow. I can't say it's that big a surprise because she is the tag partner of Kenny Omega whenever they do like mixed tag matches. So I kind of had a feeling that Riho would get the nod. She has got the nod. She is the first AEW Women's World Champion. Big moment over on AEW as Riho gets her hand raised. And there's a guy in the crowd that's got like a Finn Balor mask on. He is at the wrong show. At what point do you think he's going to realise that this isn't WWE? But there we go. Look, Riho holds that championship in the air. Riho is the first AEW Women's Champion. Right, I need to change over this because it isn't Baszler against Candice. It is Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is in action. Peter! I can't see who it's against. Who is Pete Dunne facing? Does anyone know? Did anyone see over on NXT? Mikey Tozawa. Never even heard of him. Mikey, awful botch. See wrestling. See wrestling. See wrestling. What is the awful botch? What is the awful botch? Let me know. Botchamania. What is the botch? Nyla Rose going crazy here. Riho shouldn't have kicked out of that knee from Nyla and gotten out of that submission. She should have lost. Nyla Rose. Yeah. Omega is here. Omega pushing Nyla Rose. Oh, it's Danny Burch. Nyla Rose walks away. Okay, so I see a lot of people talking about I see a lot of people talking about this botch. Okay, AEW's gone to commercial. WWE, we've got Danny Burch. It is Danny Burch, you're right. Danny Burch against Pete Dunne. The powerbomb Nyla attempted on that guy. Didn't see it. Can anyone tell me what the hell happened with that submission hold? What the hell happened there? Why did Nyla have that submission hold on Riho? Riho fades, and as she fades, the referee seems to do this gesture of like, it's done. I'm calling the match. The referee does this. Nyla Rose gets up. Now, Riho hadn't powered her way out of that move. She hadn't got to the ropes. You haven't got like 5 seconds to break the hold or anything. Why at that point did Nyla Rose not win? Why at that point did Nyla Rose not win? That is my question. I'm very, very confused. I need to watch that bit back. We've got Pete Dunne, Danny Burch. Danny Burch is bleeding, and the female ref has got some gloves on. We're at the main event now for AEW. Obviously, there's a lot of talk that we might be getting Jake Hager. Elite versus Jericho. I'm going to call him LAX. Not feeling AEW. There's a lot that doesn't make sense. Why did Cody shake that guy's hand after what he did to Brandy? The camera cuts are silly, yes. And that passing out thing. Do you know what? I am so pleased that... I'm sat here streaming, okay? As much as I'm talking to you guys, I'm in a room on my own. And I've got no sound, so I can't hear the commentary. So I'm literally calling this like I would call Raw, like I would call SmackDown. I'm literally just telling you what I'm seeing. And I really thought and feared I'd made a mistake. I really thought that I'd missed Summer, or because it was done, it was done, the match was done. Riho passed out, collapses, yeah, middle of the ring, not by the ropes. Like this, and actually we saw it earlier when Adam Page did that. The referee called it. The referee was like, no, that's the end of the match, because Adam Page had passed out. Riho does the exact same thing in her match, and the match, and the ref does this hand gesture, and they both stand up, and the match continues, and I just don't understand. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne. Oh! Damian Priest from behind. Pete Dunne wins the match. Lights just went out. Damian Priest is attacking Pete Dunne right now. Damian Priest, Punishment Martinez on the indie scene. Such a great talent. That feud is going to be insane. That is going to be insane. Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest is a match I never knew I needed, but I absolutely need it. Brilliant. Lovely little moment there. So Damian Priest lays out Pete Dunne on NXT. I'm guessing we're going to go over to our main event match in a minute. We're at the main event match over on AEW. Kathy Kelly backstage with Adam Cole, baby. I know we haven't had a chance to do like Wheel of Funds. What I will do is I'll do 2 after the shows. You will never miss out on them, okay? We'll always do 1 before. And if I have to, I'll do 2 after the shows, 1 after each other. So you won't be robbed of those. This has been a much, much better 40-odd minutes What's happening here? Seems to be a little bit of heat between the Undisputed Era. Okay, all good. Right, the Elite are in the ring, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. The Elite doesn't know how to work a hard cam. Look, I think AEW for their first show have done a decent job. I'm going to throw that out there. I think they've done a decent job, yeah? I think people watching this for the first time, I think, will be impressed. But there's been a couple of moments here, a couple of great moments. I thought that first match in particular was excellent. I thought Pac against Hangman Page was very good. I think the quality of wrestling for AEW has been very high. But there's been a few weird things. I couldn't agree more with C Wrestling. I think the camera cuts, especially during the pins, are a big issue. And I will never understand what happened during that women's match. I know the finish. I know that Riho is the champion, but I called it for Nyla Rose because she won. In my opinion, she won the match, but the match just carried on. So yeah, very, very interesting. So Jericho making his way out now. The Painmaker is coming out on AEW. NXT have got to sort out their broadcast though. NXT have got to find a way of getting it onto some app in the UK or something. They've just got to. It's hurting them far too much. I think we've just got a little bit of build at the moment for this main event match. They're just showing a video package of Street Profits and Undisputed Era. Jericho making his way down. Of course, Jericho, we saw earlier tonight beating up Cody Rhodes. He is making his way down. Could we see Cody get some retribution in the main event? Could we see Jake Hager appear in the main event? You would think there would be something. You'd expect something. Have we seen Moxley? They said we were going to see Moxley. I don't feel like I've seen Moxley unless I missed it. So I don't feel like I've seen. Well, I haven't seen Moxley, but he might have been on, and I could have just missed it whilst I was watching NXT. But yeah, I don't feel like I've seen Moxley. Street Profits making their way down. So we are at the main event matches now for both shows. Street Profits in the crowd. Obviously, Street Profits going to want to get their titles back. Street Profits versus Undisputed Era. Days Monica King is the new live stream champion. Very cool. No Moxley yet, okay. Yeah, well, where is Moxley? We were promised him, so is he going to interfere in this match? It's the debut show. Stop hating. They're not doing it. They've not been doing it since '93. Because their worldwide live broadcast isn't on commercial days after Monday. What happened to Dominic? I'm going to start calling you Carnage days. On Fight, there are no adverts. That is true. It's a bit weird, though. I really would have thought they would have done something. I know they threw that fight thing together last minute, but it just goes to like a camera in the corner. No commentary, no nothing. Omega is starting us off with Jericho over on AEW, and Jericho tags in one of the LAX guys. Street Profits are in the ring. I think they got Wally with them. So Street Profits come out with Wally. I love the hype they're giving the Street Profits, but they probably won't win. This is my second time as champ. Well done, Monica King. I've got to admit, I have really enjoyed this second hour a lot more. It's got nothing to do with the shows. Nothing to do with them. The first hour, all I was doing was watching AEW and constantly refreshing NXT on different devices, and it was a nightmare. Thankfully, it's been a lot better in this second hour. Undisputed Era making their way out. Going back over to AEW, we are underway with Jericho and Omega. Jericho putting on the walls of Jericho to Omega, but the Young Bucks come in. Super kick party! Super kick party for the Young Bucks. Roll through for Jericho. Tags in one of the Young Bucks. Young Bucks against the ropes, going through the ropes. Nice. Over the top goes Matt Jackson, I believe. I mean, I suppose in a way we can focus on AEW. Jericho. Yeah, I suppose we can focus on AEW because of the fact that we know that NXT is going to go on longer. Oh, here he is! Moxley is in the ring! Omega was just setting up to go to the outside, turns around, there's Moxley! Moxley and Omega are going at it again. We all remember Double or Nothing, and then we were robbed of their match against each other. They were meant to face it. Oh, he slaps the camera away. Moxley goes into the crowd now, going after Kenny. These two fighting in the crowd. What is that? It looks like some kind of a suitcase. Looks like Omega just hurled a suitcase at Moxley. That fan getting in the way into the barricade goes Omega. Moxley is fired up right now. We're going back to the action in the ring. Jericho with a clothesline. Jericho. Oh, we've cut back and get these camera cuts. We're seeing knees from Omega. Moxley and Omega still fighting. Looks like he's biting as well. Forearm smash by Moxley. Hurls Kenny into the side of one of those bleachers. The cleaner has got a mop. Yes, look at this. And he shows as well, look, the cleaner. Kenny Omega with that mop. Nice little callback. Moxley hurling Omega into a door. They've stopped focusing on the match now. This is all about the beatdown between Moxley and Omega. Omega just getting slammed against that door. It's a vicious beatdown. It's a really vicious beatdown. They've just beaten each other up all in like the crowd area. Now Moxley has just slammed Omega against this door. There's a table. Is that a glass table? He's not going to put him through a glass table. He's not put... No way. No way. No! He does! He just slams him head first! Spikes him through that glass table! The glass just explodes! Oh my God! There's no way that didn't hurt. There is no way that didn't hurt. Oh, we go back to the action in the ring. He just got spiked through a glass table. Jericho is grabbing a microphone. He's doing a promo during this match. This is absolutely insane. So, Jericho on the outside now. Amazing, but what about the back of Moxley? It's the cleaner, baby! That was so cool, wasn't it? That might have been that, and Finn Balor are my two favourite moments. Watching him get driven through a table. I can tell you NXT are just at a commercial at the moment. So we've kind of got picture-in-picture over at NXT. Little bit of bubbly was the shout from Jericho. We're down to 3-on-2, so I'll tell you what I'm wondering right now. Is someone going to come down and even up the teams? Would this be a good way of bringing in Jake Hager? Do you think Jake Hager might come down and just even up the two teams? Young Bucks right now need some help. I mean, knowing AEW, it'll probably be Cody. Probably be Cody that comes down. And Cody will single-handedly win the main event. He was in the first match. He was in the main match. I'm surprised he didn't win the first women's championship as well. Shots to the midsection. This is wrestling. He just cleaned that glass. Yeah, again, we're not really calling the action on NXT because I'm sure it's a great match. I can actually see it. It's underway. It's at commercial at the moment. Street Profits against Undisputed Era, but I gotta be honest, it no way can compete with what we've just seen with Omega and Moxley. I think they're gonna show us a replay. Oh my god, it's insane. It is insane. He just got spiked into that glass table. I needed this. CM Punk, I can't see that happening. Big spear by Nick Jackson, was it? So we got 8 minutes to go. Where is the DQ? LAX are amazing. Over the top. They're doing a really good job, LAX. Nice crossbody by Santana. Again, we're not going to get a finish on NXT just yet. NXT's scheduled to go on till about 15:15. So it makes sense for the next 5 minutes or so to stick with AEW. Because that should finish before NXT does. That was awesome. Looks like Moxley took the worst of that. Hello, Mr. Monkey. Hope you're well. Jericho in the ring now. Jericho, springboard. Oh, knees up. Springboard moonsault, but lands on the knees. Too sweet, I think, is the chant. Trying to get over. Tag. In comes LAX. Ortiz, is that's in? So, at the moment, we've just got 2 good matches underway. Of course, over on NXT, it is for the Tag Team Championship. We've got Undisputed Era against Street Profits. Good little match underway over there. Oh, my God. But the better action right now is definitely AEW. Definitely AEW. Nice. Nice bridge pin. Picks him up. Northern Light suplexes. A double Northern Light suplex. Look at that. Stereo action. If Riddle gets drafted and faces Lesnar, I get a feeling we won't see Riddle for a while. Hello, Devin. Hope you're well. Days, I got my Cesaro figure. Very cool. I freaking love this. The action on AEW is brilliant. They're really ending on a high note here. But then how couldn't they? They've got the Bucks in there and Jericho and LAX. So impressive. Really, really great work. It's 2-on-3 at the moment as well. Big boot to Jericho on the outside. Oh, he's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Nick Jackson just taking everyone out. Just went to 3 different sides of the ring. Matt Jackson now. Oh! Code breaker by Jericho. Single leg drop kick. LAX in control now. Jericho has just swung the momentum. We're getting down to the final few minutes. Back elbow by Jericho. Oh, and Jericho wins the match. Now, what's interesting here is the main event of AEW has finished, and there is 4 minutes left. Plenty of time for one final twist. One final sting in the tail. So they're beaten down now. Cody's down. I knew it'd be Cody. I knew it would be Cody. Cody's come down to try and make the save. So Cody trying to help the Bucks because they were outnumbered. Look at this. Cody taking out everyone. That's Sammy. Low blow. Cody's down. Dustin Rhodes is here. Dustin Rhodes has come down. Nice. It's all out war now. Boot to the midsection. Dustin Rhodes. Ah, he's here. He's here. Jake Hager's here. Jake Hager's here. Oh, the rumors were true. Jack Swagger, a.k.a. Jake Hager. Look at him. Huge. Taking out the Bucks. Taking out Cody. Knees to the midsection. On the middle rope. Oh, big bomb. Jake Hager, if you don't know, he's been in Bellator, MMA. I think he's had 2 fights, 2 victories. He is jacked. He is a game changer. Jake Hager is a big name for AEW to have signed. There was lots of rumors that they had. We've been waiting for him. We didn't know if he might be at All Out. He wasn't, and is here, and he's a heel as well. Big, big moment. So, absolutely huge way for AEW to end their show. 3-time Wrestling All-American. They're grabbing a table as well. And looks like they've got time for one more spot, one final moment. Jake Hager, big talking point for AEW. Oh, slap to the face of Cody. Cody gets thrown to one side. They're actually going to put Dustin Rhodes through a table. Hager, powerbomb, and the table doesn't break. Table doesn't break, it just kind of like falls over. Gut wrench powerbomb, and that was nasty. Look at that. It was like a wooden table that just did not break. And now they're kicking and beating up the Bucks, and they're making Cody watch. Absolutely explosive scenes at the end of AEW. For a first show, really, really strong. Really, really strong ending to this show. Judas effect. The back elbow by Jericho. Cody goes down. Yeah, man, Hager. They've got to just build him up. They've got to give him squash victories. They've got to make him look like a monster. He's probably the biggest size-wise person that they've got. Little graphic at the bottom of AEW, all rights reserved, blah, blah, blah. That's going to close the show for AEW. Jake Hager. Amazing. Great, great. Couple of things in there which weren't so good for AEW. We're solely focused now on NXT. Rio wins. Pac wins. Hager debuts. I would say Omega put through glass table. I would say that those would be, for me, the big talking points for AEW. The positives, anyway. There's certainly a few negatives. From what I've seen of AEW, I'd be giving that like an 8.5 for AEW. From what I've seen from NXT, 7.5, I think AEW have won. Sue reckons 9 out of 10 for NXT, 7.5 for AEW. I've got it the other way. I am a big supporter of NXT, but I from what I've seen, and I'll be the first to admit I've been flicking between the two shows. From what I've seen, AEW put on the better show. Still time here, though. You know, this is still going to go on for another 10 minutes or so. Then after that, we will do 2 Wheel of Funds. Then I'm going to go off and do a couple of reaction videos. Definitely need to find a better way of watching NXT going forward. There's definitely ways we can make these Wednesday streams better. Because for that first hour, I was just distracted by trying to get NXT to work. Thankfully, it is working right now. I can tell you that both members of Undisputed Era are in the ring. Clothesline by Angelo Dawkins, knocking down both of the Undisputed Era. Kicks to the midsection, clothesline. Beautiful bulldog to Kyle O'Reilly. 9 out of 10 for AEW. I'm saying 8.5 AEW, 7.75 NXT. We'll see if that changes. Obviously, Shayna Baszler was victorious earlier. Spear. It's all Angelo Dawkins at the moment. Kick to the midsection by Kyle O'Reilly. Boot to the back of the head. Big strike. Through the ropes goes Kyle O'Reilly. Clothesline to Dawkins. Nice. Suplex and just a 2. Street Profits very close to getting those titles back, but not quite. It's way too close to call because switching through 2 different channels is hard and then you miss a bit. Yeah, no, I agree. What a day to be a wrestling fan. Frustrating day. An annoying day to be a wrestling fan. A great day, but a tough day. And I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on NXT just because of the fact that they've made it harder to watch. Over the top, crashing down goes Kyle O'Reilly. Days, will you check your emails after? Probably tomorrow, dude. Up on the top, knee to the back of the leg of Angelo Dawkins is locked in as well. He's got a submission hold on Dawkins. Montez Ford into the ring. Strikes coming in from Fish. Guillotine choke. This is bad news. Bad news for Street Profits. Against the ropes. Nice. Good work by Street Profits. AEW feels like the return of WCW with a vengeance. NXT is on fire. It's very good. Both shows were good. No hate for either. Balor gets demoted. Nah, it wasn't demoted. NXT needed it. That women's match. Sue, why do you think that women's match was botched? What was botched about it? No, you're not hard on NXT. I can't watch it either. It sucks, doesn't it, Tanner? Really sucks. We the People, Jack Swagger is on AEW. I know. There was a moment at the end of AEW where I was watching it and I was thinking that whole arena of people right now are losing their minds because Jack Swagger is about to put gold dust through a table. Isn't that weird? That whole arena were going crazy because Jack Swagger was about to put gold dust through a table. Right, well, anyway, we're back to the action. Both of the Undisputed Era on the outside of the ring. Undisputed Era look like they're going to try and walk away, but Angelo Dawkins isn't going to let that happen. Oh, amazing! Montez Ford. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Just ran and jumped over the ring post in the corner, straight over the top. Came crashing down on the outside. Came crashing down onto Angelo Dawkins and Undisputed Era, both on the outside. So he took them both out, but that was an amazing spot. Really cool. Really great moment. Nyla should have won, but the ref or someone screwed up. Are you talking about when she was in that hold? Because that did suck. That really did suck. NXT started stronger. AEW finished stronger. Well, we're still going with NXT. I'd say that Undisputed Era are coming down. Roderick Strong gets kicked to the outside. Spear by Montez Ford and Roderick Strong is down. Looks like they're outnumbered here. High-low. Kyle O'Reilly. Undisputed Era retain. Undisputed Era retain. So there we go. Look, they keep hold of those championships. Roderick Strong in the ring with Undisputed Era. No Adam Cole. When did I lose championship? I heard it happened earlier on the stream. Oh, there he is. Adam Cole on the entrance ramp. Okay, we've got... Someone's coming. Ciampa! Ciampa's here! Tommaso Ciampa's come walking out! Adam Cole on the entrance ramp and Tommaso Ciampa's music hits. There was a moment there where Adam Cole's face just dropped. There was some graphics in the background that you couldn't make out what they were. Ciampa is here and he is circling around Adam Cole, looking at Goldie. He wants Goldie back. He wants Goldie back. He never lost Goldie. It was taken away from him. Face to face with Adam Cole. Ciampa is here. I don't think it's going to come to blows. Is it going to come to blows? It doesn't come to blows, and that is the show. Hell's bells, my friends. Right. Big talking points for NXT was no title changes. No title changes. Ciampa returns. Finn Balor. For me, I think the big talking point of tonight, I think the big headline of tonight is going to be Finn Balor. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Finn Balor is a big star, and that's a big play by NXT. The only problem with NXT was that it really lost its way in the middle. People just didn't care about Io Shirai Mia Yim. Didn't really care about Johnny Gargano against Shane Thorne. Didn't care about Pete Dunne against Danny Burch. There's no purpose for those matches. They don't matter. At least with AEW, we were seeing MJF for the first time in a while. We hadn't seen MJF. MJF didn't compete at All Out. So we didn't see him there. So that made that match interesting. Hangman Page against Pac was meant to happen at Double or Nothing, but didn't. So that was interesting as a result. First ever women's championship was going to get, given out, and that was obviously interesting. Main event was massively helped with that table moment and Jake Hager, which was awesome. First match, opening match, was just a big opening match, just a good opening match from Cody and Sammy. To be honest, apart from the botches in the women's match and the camera cuts, I would really struggle to kind of criticize AEW. I think that they put on a really solid show. I'm sticking with an 8.5. I honestly, I can't remember watching a championship match before and seeing what I saw in that women's match. For me, that is a big negative. You've got Riho passing out in the ring to Nyla Rose. The match is called. The ref, to me, calls it. He's calling the match. Nyla Rose, for no reason, lets go of that hold. And before we know it, the match is continuing. So no, I cannot wait to find out what happened with that match. I cannot wait, right? Because if it was me and I was wrong, then I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, I called that wrong. I didn't notice this little thing, right? I've watched a lot of wrestling and I've never seen anything like that. If it turns out that's a botch, that's a really bad botch. And that is niggling at me. The camera cuts, I've got no idea who thinks it's a good idea that when you're getting a pin, at that point, cut to the crowd. Who thinks that's a good idea? Literally no one thinks that's a good idea. Why AEW are doing that is beyond me. It's one of the stupidest things in the world. Should we cut? It's like, when's the worst point we can cut to the crowd? I would say on the 2 count. Could you imagine 2, just about to go to 3, cut to the crowd, and then is the match over? Who won? So, okay, granted, they're cutting on a 1, not a 2. They go back quite quick, but there's no need for it. I don't know why they keep doing it. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, anyone saying that AEW was 10 out of 10, no way. No way, because there's no way that you can watch that women's match and tell me it was 10 out of 10. There's no way that you can say those camera cuts are fine. So, for me, it's 8.5, right? At best. NXT. Too many pointless matches. This is a problem I've got with wrestling as a whole. I feel like there's too many matches that just don't matter. There's too many matches that are just throwaway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I missed most of Io Shirai against Mia Yim because of the frustration with the stream here in the UK. So I missed most of that. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Is the answer? It doesn't make any difference. Johnny Gargano against Shane Thorne. Again, who cares? It doesn't matter. Pete Dunne against Danny Burch. Who cares? I don't even know why that match was happening. It's actually a match I'm quite interested in seeing. It. I missed it. I know that Pete Dunne won, but both guys are from England. So I kind of get that there could be a storyline there. I don't know if there was a storyline there, but there could be a storyline there. And I know there's a storyline with Shane Thorne and Johnny. They've kind of been at each other's throats a little. I know there's a storyline with Io and Mia Yim, but the point I'm making is that a little storyline isn't really enough. I feel really, really strongly about the fact that wrestling has got to introduce rankings. I feel really strongly about it. I'm very interested to see what NWA do with their Power show and how they structure it, because I was told that wins and losses would matter in AEW, and I'm not sure that I've seen any sign of that. Plus also, we was told that we were going to get Moxley on AEW. We didn't get him until he came out during the main event. So what I don't understand is, was that the plan all along? Did AEW know in advance that Moxley was going to attack Kenny Omega? Did they know that? Or was there a segment planned that they weren't able to deliver? Like, did a match overrun and so as a result we didn't get like a Moxley promo? Or did they always know that Moxley was going to interfere in that main event because he was advertised that he was going to be appearing, and he did appear, but he appeared by interfering in the main event? So I find that a little bit strange. In regards to NXT, I think the crowd are great, but I do think that it seemed a little dark. Might be me, right? And absolutely could be the stream. But as I was going between the two shows, AEW just looked more inviting. Like, it was very bright. It was big, noisy crowd. And it looked inviting. Whereas you went to NXT and it looked quite dark. And it looked like it was happening in a basement somewhere. Now, I know it's Full Sail. And I have a lot of love for Full Sail. I've got a lot of praise for Full Sail. But the dark, like, ring apron, the dark ring mat, the low lighting. I know it's like NXT's identity, but if you're watching both side by side, I just kind of felt like AEW felt bigger, felt brighter, felt, dare I say, a bit more inviting. Very weird as well. I mean, you've got a women's NXT championship match. You've got the NXT championship match, yet you close the show on a tag team championship match. Of the three, I would say that's quite a weird one to end the show on. That's not really a criticism, but I'm just saying that for me it doesn't make a great deal of sense. But Ciampa coming back is really cool. That's going to be a big story moving forward. And obviously such a shame that Matt Riddle lost. I've been waiting to see Matt Riddle get his opportunity for a long, long time. So yeah, it's kind of a shame to see him lose. A lot of people want to see Riddle against Lesnar. You kind of watch him lose into Adam Cole, and you go, man, if he was to face Lesnar, he'd get destroyed. I'm not seeing much from Riddle that fills me with confidence that he would retire Lesnar. Kind of feel like Cain Velasquez is the better option, so interesting. Days, did you see Damian Priest attack Pete? Yes, I did. That was excellent. Damian Priest attacking was great. Wheel of Funds we'll do in a second. NXT was okay, but AEW was lit. NXT needs a different entrance stage. Give credit where credit is due. Both shows were good for what they were. Comparing AEW to NXT is like comparing oranges to onions. NXT, in my opinion, was the better show. The atmosphere in AEW was wonderful, though. That could have been a send-off for the Profits to the main roster. Well, Hey, look, if Finn Balor going to NXT doesn't confirm that NXT is main roster, I'm not sure what will. NXT is now main roster. It goes to the same amount of homes, the same amount of people can watch it in America that can see Raw. So it's live every Wednesday, 2 hours long. It's main roster. It was developmental, but it's main roster now. So I don't see it as not being main roster, and I think Finn Balor saying that he is NXT is confirmation of that. Riddle, Lesnar, yeah. Long time hasn't Riddle been with NXT for like 8 months. Could be. I feel like is it longer? I feel like it's longer than 8 months. It could be, but Riddle when he came in wasn't a no one. Riddle was a big name coming in. Much like Kushida, it's kind of like right now I'm waiting for Kushida to get a title opportunity. So fast forward like 7 months from now, and I'll be saying that I've waited a long time for Kushida, because he came in as a big name, and so did Matt Riddle. So even if it has been 8 months, it's been a full 8 months that I've been waiting for him to get that opportunity, and we saw it tonight, and he was well beaten. NXT blew AEW out of the water. AEW can get DDP. It's over. Heydays, will John Morrison go to NXT, Raw, or SmackDown? No idea, dude. They could use him anywhere. I kind of feel like NXT needs... After seeing what I've seen tonight, I think NXT needs help. I think Finn Balor is an excellent addition. But... Do you know, it was silly little things. It was silly little things like tonight, AEW, the two women's matches were up against each other, and I found myself watching AEW because that was for the first women's championship, not just, a championship match. This was to crown the first. So for me, AEW won there. And silly little things like promos. Velveteen Dream was cutting a promo. Turn over to AEW, MJF was cutting a promo at the same time. Now, whose promo are you going to listen to? You're going to listen to MJF. So again, AEW win there. The end of the show, you've got tag matches, and you've just got, Omega and Carnage with Moxley. You've got nothing that's on that level when you turn over to NXT, so I can't say NXT won. Logan McCall says, so who will face Adam Cole, Finn, or Ciampa? Wow, there could be a very interesting number one contenders match. Maybe we get Finn versus Ciampa. There's no need to rush it, is there? Maybe we get Finn versus Ciampa. Winner faces Adam Cole. The Rock confirmed he will call Punk on Friday. AEW is one hell of a show. Days, which crowd was better? I can't answer that because I have the sound down on both, so I can't answer it. But I think for me, I've already spoke about the atmosphere, and with the sound down, okay, which I know doesn't help, but with the sound down, AEW looked more inviting. Just being honest. For me, there's not much that NXT needs to do. I think what NXT is doing is absolutely fine. They just came up against AEW's first show, and AEW threw a lot into this show. I mean, look, this isn't a normal week. You're not going to get a superstar the size of Finn Balor making a shock appearance like that every week. You're not going to get Jake Hager turning up in AEW every week. You're not going to get those kind of crazy table spots every week. You're not going to crown a first champion every week. This was an exceptional night. This was a big moment for wrestling, and AEW won. That's my vibe. For the reason that I've stated, AEW won. When it comes to atmosphere, when it comes to those little moments of, what would I rather be watching right now? If I was asking that question, what would I rather be watching right now? I got to be perfectly honest. I think there was only one time during the night where I felt myself thinking NXT, and that was the start, because it was a championship match. And even what AEW was putting on at that point was an excellent match. I am a massive NXT fan, and I won't stop supporting that brand. But this was a good night for AEW, and I'm quite happy to give credit where it's due. It's a war. It's a real war, and I can't wait to see the ratings and what comes out. I think AEW win. And I think it's quite important to mention as well the difficulty that we have here in the UK watching NXT. It crashed several times. Well, several would be an understatement. I literally, no word of a lie, I swear on my life right now, I must have refreshed the NXT stream here in the UK at least 20 plus times in that first hour alone. Like, that was the amount of work I was having to do just to try and see what WWE were even doing. Like, it's that hard. Whereas with AEW, put on the Fight app, yeah, you got to pay for it. Put on the Fight app and then you can watch it. So NXT is going to get left behind internationally if they don't fix that. And I know there's a lot of upset UK fans, a lot of upset Canadian fans as well, I'm hearing. So something they need to sort. Right. Let's do Wheel of Fun, shall we? So it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Right, Wheel of Fun time, my friends. Yeah, I'm going to still try and switch between both. I think I definitely need to find a better way of doing that. I've got 3 ways that I do it, and all 3 didn't work for me tonight. In fact, what's amazing is my least reliable method of watching it here in the UK was the only way I ended up watching it. So, real eye-opener, you know, tonight was a real eye-opener for me. In regards to how I can watch NXT going forward. As in, if anyone, I don't care who you are, anyone, I don't care what you do with WWE, I don't care if you're a cameraman, I don't care if you're a runner, I don't care if you're a makeup person, I don't care if you're a wrestler. Who knows who's watching, right? You might be a wrestler, you could be a cameraman, you could be someone that works as an executive for WWE, you could be anyone, right? I don't care. If you've got any connection to WWE, they have got to sort out how they show NXT in international markets. It is going to hurt the brand. It is hurting the brand, because I can tell you now that AEW was, I think, the second trend in the UK, and NXT wasn't even in the top 20. So, and look, the UK market is important. I don't care what people say. I think it's the second biggest market, maybe third after Canada, but I think it's second. It's a lot of money to be made here. Right, okay. We are giving away 6 packs of Slam Attacks. 6 packs of Slam Attacks. They are WWE Slam Attacks, of course. But they will go to the 12th person that gives me the word Warren. I just saw a lovely message there from Warren Buffett. So the 12th person that gives me the word Warren, you will win the 6 packs of Slam Attacks. Thank you very much, Warren. I really do appreciate it. And if anyone's watching, you know, if it was tricky, especially in that first hour, and I will try to make it better in future weeks. I will try and find a way. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe, because SmackDown's going to be a lot easier to control. We've obviously got a big NXT, UFC show coming up as well. And Hell in a Cell this weekend. I can't remember a match I was this excited for before, other than The Fiend against Seth Rollins. Keep changing my mind as to what's going to happen there. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited. Right. I'm just waiting for these to come through on the VAR. Oh, it's slow. Jericho looks like his old self. Yeah. It looked good. I didn't see AEW, but every match on NXT was 4 out of 5. I think NXT did good. I mean, from what I saw from NXT, it was a very good show. I've given it like a 7.75. I could be convinced to go to an 8 because of Ciampa at the end. So, you know, I'm around an 8 for NXT. I do think it was a very good show. But you can't pretend this isn't a war. This is a war. And I have to be honest as well. There's no point. What's the point in me sitting here and lying to you guys? There's no point. Is there? What's the point? I mean, what do I gain out of it? I don't gain anything. So I might as well sit here and be 100% honest and tell you exactly what I saw. Now, granted, I was flicking between channels and I'm not really able to compare both shows fully. But from what I saw, AEW was the better show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well done to Happy Foe. Happy Foe, PHO. Well done to you, my friend. You are a winner. Well done, dude. Happy Foe. So, PHO, Happy Foe, you win 6 packs of Slam Attacks. And let's spin that wheel again, because we have to do a third. We missed the second one. So, it's the Wheel of Fun. Everybody loves the Wheel of Fun. What was that? Is that the wheel? It's the Wheel of Fun. Ba-dum-bum. Right, Wheel of Fun time. Spin the wheel. Gosh. NXT can feel like I'm watching. Thank you, Monica King. Thank you. Rewatch both on your own time and see which one was better. Oh man, Slam Attacks again? Slam Attacks again? Do you know what? It's a good idea, but there's not going to be time. There's not going to be time to watch 4 hours of wrestling again and watch both shows. I just won't have that. I won't have that time to do that. So I'm going to have to go with what I see and my gut feeling. And, you know, I was flicking between the two. I watched a great amount of both. At times I was trying to watch both at the same time as well. And I'm just going with my gut feeling on it. So I'm going to stick, I think, with 7.75 for NXT and 8.5 for AEW. And if you saw it different, that's absolutely fine. I am not saying that is the official rating of you know, the night. If you saw it different, if you thought NXT won, I have no qualms with that. I have no problems with that. There were some great moments. Damian Priest beating up Pete Dunne, Ciampa coming back. For me, the biggest moment of the night is still Finn Balor. Jake Hager was amazing, but that Finn Balor moment, huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I tell you what, I'm going to blow out a Slam Attacks, but I don't care. This is Wrestling Week. We are back again Friday night, and let me tell you, I promise Friday night stream is going to be better. In fact, I'll tell you right now, I promise this stream next week will be better, because there is no way I am doing what I did this week again. I will find a way of watching NXT with a more reliable stream or something, you know. I will find a way. I think AEW is absolutely fine on Fight. I've got no qualms with AEW on Fight, but I will find a way of watching NXT reliably. I will find a way. And then we'll have no problems. We can flick between the two. It'll be nice and easy. Lovely stuff. So I'm looking forward to next week. I think we can make it better. But SmackDown will be better. That's just one show. No flicking. We know it works. So I'm happy with that. SmackDown is on Sky Sports here in the UK. So we've got that. It works. SmackDown is going to be beautiful. And we've got The Rock on SmackDown. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, smash the subscribe, knock out the subscribe, and make sure that you are joining us on Friday. UFC on Saturday with Israel Adesanya taking on Whittaker. Massive fight. I can't even stress how big that is. That is going to be in front of 45 to 50,000 people in Australia. So huge. And then Hell in a Cell on Sunday. I mean, this really is going to be the place for Hell in a Cell. We've done so much talk and videos about The Fiend. This is The Fiend's moment. Could The Fiend become Universal Champion? You're going to want to be here for that moment. I will scream Britain down if he wins it. I'm telling you now. Right, 6 packs of Slam Attacks right there. 6 packs of Slam Attacks, and they will go to the 15th person that gives me the word Balor. Balor. Boom. I'm looking for Balor. I'm looking forward to Friday night. So you should, my friend. Good crowd for AEW. Yes, absolutely. You got to remember as well that, I mean, we're comparing AEW to NXT, but that is all that AEW have got. Like, AEW are not competing with Raw and SmackDown, and they're just competing with arguably the third brand. But I don't want that to come across like I'm an AEW hater, because I'm absolutely not. I've said I think they got the better of tonight. AEW are going to do what Impact should have done and bring the fight to WWE. You know that NXT is the same. You know that NXT is main roster when it has the same amount of hours as SmackDown. Yeah, I agree. I just think it is anyway, even if it was 1 hour. The fact it's on USA. For me, what makes main roster is where it's being shown and where it's being seen. This is being seen by as many people that can watch Raw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done to Nando. Nando is the winner there. Well done to Nando. Happy Foe and Nando, can you send me your addresses, please, to, send me your addresses to wrestlingdays@gmail.com. So, I think we're done. We did a preview of tonight's events. We tried to cover both. There was times it was a bit sticky. We had AEW all throughout. NXT was a bit wobbly. We'll improve that for next week. I've given you my thoughts on both shows. I've kind of run down both shows. You guys have put your thoughts in the chat as well. I really appreciated you guys joining us. This was a weird stream, a historic stream. But I've got to be honest, one that's left me with frustration more than anything else. I don't feel satisfied after watching all of that wrestling. I'm not here, like, buzzing. I'm here just really frustrated. And I think it's because of NXT. I think NXT not being able to stream it in the UK has really annoyed me. And having to wrestle with it and not being able to get lost in the action. I love calling matches and getting lost in it and the drama of wrestling, and it's why we're wrestling fans. And I wasn't able to do that tonight because of how hard it is for us to watch NXT in the UK. So we got the job done, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. We did what we said we would do. We watched AEW, we watched NXT. I couldn't necessarily enjoy either, and I blame NXT for that. So WWE have got to get that sorted. Right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. My email is wrestlingdays@gmail.com. We are back again on Friday. Make sure you're joining us for that. because that is a huge SmackDown show. But we will be here for that. Then we're back on Saturday. And then we're back on Sunday for Hell in a Cell. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you had a great night of wrestling and saw a lot of stuff that you enjoyed. And onwards and upwards. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.